Oh, you for Streamlabs?
You got Streamlabs?
I don't know why. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's so annoying.
It's very costly for what it is. But if you want, for me, it's like because I want this amount of people on the panel. They'll also limit you. StreamYard will limit you on like how many lives you can do. Okay, I'm joining on my they're joining on my PC now. I think we're live, like I said. Okay. Say something.
Testing 1 2.
Okay.
Testy
there we
Johnson.
go.
1 2 1 2.
I think we are live. Let me check. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a new stream, obviously. I'm retarded.
Let me make sure the chat's working. Yep, chat's working. Nice.
Okay, we're good. Am I hearable? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a. Okay,
Yep, I can hear you on the stream.
Okay. And you guys can hear each other, hopefully, on the stream, if anyone is in chat. Sometimes when I stream the Discord, the settings get reset and no one can hear anyone else. They can just hear me. But it should be picking up everyone. Inshallah.
I hear us. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that, dude.
Okay, great. We're back. Okay, Brandon, what did you figure out about this? What was it called? the gay naming theorem or whatever it was?
Word destinators?
Yeah.
It seems like you're just it's picking out a given reference in every possible world where it exists, even if it has properties. So like Brandon, maybe in World 1, Brandon, you go to college, it's picking out that person, Brandon. In World 2, it's picking me out again, but I didn't go to college, so there's like a different property there, but it's still picking out the same person. I think that's, and Kirk can correct me, it's been a long time. Because DS usually use this for a specific argument. I don't remember which argument, but it's been a while since I've actually heard that term. So he can correct me if I'm wrong.
Kirk, is this your understanding? Sounds like nonsense to me, personally.
I'm reading.
You're not reading. You're reading.
I'm eating. Yeah, Kirk. Sorry, I'm talking to my family.
I'm reading.
I'm talking to my family. Why is my Chrome frozen now? I don't like what's happening on my computer. Something is untoward.
From all the untoward things you be looking up, dude.
Yeah, probably.
You go to Live Leak a lot?
That site's gone, you know that, which I appreciate.
Is it?
Yeah. Should be fucking gone. You know, LiveLeak tried to rebrand itself. I didn't even know this. I knew I always hated LiveLeak. I'm pretty sure it used to be ogreish.com. I'm pretty sure. And they rebranded themselves as LiveLeak. So it used to just be a flat out gore site. And then they like tried to basically be like, no, we're actually like, we have like journalistic integrity. And this is where people can like post stuff now. Like, fuck off with that shit.
You know what's insane is I had access to that stuff in like middle school. Like we would go to this website called that'sfucked.com, but with a PH. And it was the craziest shit you've ever seen. Like people jumping from a bridge, but missing the water, splitting their face on concrete. People being beheaded. Cartel, fire squads. Like it was like the crazy people being stoned to death. Like I'm seeing that
Well,
in the 7th grade.
why? So like maybe you could. I've always wondered this. It's just like it's an intuition I just like can't understand. Like why do people? What do people get from like looking at that stuff? Like I've never like I can get like maybe some morbid curiosity or something, but then like immediate regret once you actually like look at it and you're like, well, that wasn't fucking worth my morbid curiosity. But like some people are like, well, like yeah, go to those things and like watch that stuff. And I've never understood like what the impulse to do that is.
It's hard to put myself in my 7th and 8th grade mind, so not sure. Maybe it was just, oh, this is fucking crazy. And it was kind of funny because you're like a thick kid in a sense. I don't know. We wouldn't pick. Well, we would sometimes just go to the website and be like, all right, let's fucking do it, boys. But you got to be a little fucked in the head to like want to watch that shit, probably, right?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, like all those like subs, I don't even know if they exist anymore, but like the watch people die and stuff. It's just like people are like commonly doing that. Like I understand, like again, I can get like there's some morbid curiosity about certain things, but yeah, the people are like into it. It feels like weird. Like it feels like those people are watching it in the same way like other people like would watch like pornography, where it's like you're getting some type of like sick thrill. You're like, all right, it's time to watch people die. Let's fucking go. Like it's just a fucking weird fucking thing to me.
That's how I look at the Confluence stream. I'm like, oh, here we go, the Confluence stream. Here we go.
That's how you should look at the Confluence stream.
Confluence stream.
But I actually think the internet, I think, is a better place, because back in the day, yeah, you could just like stumble across a bunch of nonsense, you know, without, you know, even wanting to.
I disagree.
The internet
think
is like
now
a way
everything's on
more
Twitter.
wholesome place.
I disagree. I
just go
think it
to
was
Twitter.
way more wholesome when I was growing up.
Wait, you think it was? Wait, say again. I meant you agree with me or you don't agree with me?
No, I don't agree with you.
You think the internet was better when you were growing up?
There was like people could have called me all kind of names and shit. Nobody did it. Nobody did it. There was literally a forum that I used to go to, and all we did was they made a little kind of game that every time you type something, you get like a level up. And all we did was create these supposed bar and roleplay that we were just like talking as if we were in a bar. It was weird, but
Yeah, but surely those forums like still exist. Like anything you wanted to find on the old internet, there's probably better equivalents now, but it's just you're not like non-consensually like stumbling across like abject fucking degeneracy, you know, when you don't. Now you like if you want to seek that out.
you seen Next ever?
Well, but X, I have the little content filter turned on because I'm a little bitch, and so it'll tell me that this is, you know, graphic content. Do you want to see it? And I can make an informed choice. Do I want to see something that's fucked up? Whereas back in the day, you'd just be like on some fucking random thing, and all of a sudden, just like you're just seeing like the worst thing I've ever fucking seen, and it's like Jesus Christ.
You literally go to anything, this fucking thing, and you click on the replies in some cases, and it's just DGM bullshit.
Yeah, but not for me, because I got my content filter turned up. So in the replies, it'll say this post has been deemed to be like sensitive content. Do you want to view it? And then I'm like, sometimes it's a risky click, and I'm like, I'm feeling lucky today, and I click it, and it's fine. And sometimes you click it, it's like I shouldn't have clicked that. So it's like, but at least it's not like thrown in your face like it used to be, you know?
I think you are living in a parallel reality, because I will not scroll X on my stream. Just won't.
I probably wouldn't either, but like again, do you have the content filter turned on? If you have it off, then of course, yeah, you're just gonna get like jump scared with all sorts of nonsense.
Yeah, but then again, it's like you're telling me that now it's more wholesome and there's less degeneracy than before. I'm saying before you would randomly stumble upon it. I'm saying now you have to go there. There's actions you can take to mostly like eliminate, you know, if you don't want to see like pornography, there's actions you can take to like, you know, not see pornography, right? If you have like Twitter gives you those options. I also don't use like
like Instagram or like TikTok. So I'm sure, you know, I've heard that like, yeah, if you're like scrolling through stuff, you can just scroll to some like, you know, all of a sudden you're like watching a freaking subscribe to PewDiePie guy, the what's it called, the Christchurch massacre. Like I've heard that can happen, but like, but I'm not a doom scroller because I'm not retarded.
I'm back.
not
I
that
finished
retarded.
dinner.
I think
had,
you
uh,
are.
I had-
I think you are a bit retarded, like, to be honest with you.
Oh, hey, is that Bricky?
Hey Ricky. I had what's it called? Mango habanero wings and fries that were loaded with melted cheese and bacon.
You bend to the crown, Bricky.
Sorry?
You bend to King Charles.
I bend to King Charles. Who's King Charles?
Well, the King of England. That's who you fucking bow to.
We haven't got a King of England. Tommy Robinson's the King of England.
Based,
You
red pill.
I mean, I really don't know what you want from me, you know what I mean? I mean, your country's getting taken over by fucking socialist Muslims, do you know what I mean? Pushing out communist shit.
Muslims, the fuck.
I know, but we're harder than yous Americans. We can fight better than yous, even if a small country we are. We'll fuck you up good style.
We'll fucking shoot these fucking people, not you, motherfuckers. You motherfuckers didn't even talk bad about them.
Pause, we're not shooting anyone.
Fair. I'm not allowed to use guns, right? The case of that's not fair.
Minecraft. Okay, in Minecraft.
Well, what about if we just have a fight in a bus, in a bus stop or a phone booth?
Look, get the dick out of your mouth and say what you're saying.
Why don't we just have a fight in a phone booth?
Why not?
Now that's content. The phone booth boxing shit. That's fucking content. That's like Karjitsu
You know what else is
style, you know?
confluent? Duct tape
wanna have sex after
your
the phone
hands together. Duct tape one of your hands together. Like, for example, my left hand to their right hand. Right, okay? And then you've got, like, obviously it doesn't work if, like, one of those, if you're both right-handed, but then you can only use one hand and you can't move. You've got to punch each other to fuck.
Yeah, I get down with that.
I mean, look, I am getting old, right? Anyway, why are you picking on me, you horrible bastard, you? I came up here and be nice. Compliments, will you tell him to stop picking on the British person?
Frankie, stop picking on the Briggy.
I'm a minority, I'm a protected species.
Yeah, he's a protected
You're not a
class.
minority, Ricky.
I'm a based British man that believes in fucking right-wing politics. That's a protected species.
That's true.
Yeah,
He's a
but
rare breed.
When you talk about contradictions, okay, it's not about how many of you are. It's about how much money you guys make and how much I want to steal from you.
There you say, there's my Emmett. My fucking Emmett. You absolute legend. Do you know what it is? I swear down, Emmett, I've been watching you the last couple of weeks, mate, right, okay? Shit you've been doing, and honestly, don't take this the wrong way, my friend. I never knew you were that intelligent. I just thought you were a wind-up merchant like me.
No, I'm a retard sometimes.
I'm a proper spacker, me. I'm a proper spacker.
I'm not gonna let you go. I have to go finish the video. But it was nice talking to all of you. Have a good
Alright,
one.
take
Oh,
care.
Emmett, I haven't made you run, have I? Please tell me it's not my fault.
Oh, it's not your fault. I really have to make a video. I have to finish
Yeah.
it like now,
Right.
and then I have class. So
Or else Avarice is going to sack you.
yeah, I'll be seeing you.
I'll tell him I'll punch his fucking face in next time I see him, right? God bless you, Emmett. God bless. He's a fucking legend, him. So who we got here? We've got Big Bry. We've got Cool Kid. That's not a really good name. Now, you're not very cool. I mean,
It's not the best name. It's not the best name he's picked.
is that Paige from the Crucible?
Where?
Rage Paige.
No,
Rage
different person.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
right.
Rage.
My apologies.
I'm here. I'm just making eggs. Not
Yeah, don't rage on his page.
What's up,
Don't rage on
Ricky?
him.
I
Hello,
love you,
love, how
Ricky.
you
You're
doing?
my favorite.
What? I'm your favourite. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm leaving the wife and I'm coming to you. Right? Okay. It's either that or stay on Confluence's fucking sofa settee. You know.
What? I don't even know what you just said.
It's basically a sofa that turns out into a bed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Like a-
but
like
I
a
mean, to be honest,
futon.
ooh, see, that sounds posh. That
It does sound a little posh, yeah.
I think it sounds like it's going to take my length. Not length in length. What? I didn't mean that way. Length. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like the length of me body. John, how you doing? We're talking about length. How big's yours? Your futon.
How big's your futon, Keelan? I'm assuming that's Keelan if you're calling him John.
John Fucus.
John what?
I'm get-
Oh,
I'm getting-
Fukushima.
well, it's
Fukushima.
John Fukushima.
I can't say the Shiba though. I can only say Fukes. And I'm British and I'm a spacker. Which is spacker is basically a retard times 10. Right? So give us
a spacker or a spacker?
a spacker. Spakky. No, sorry, no, that's why I spelled it wrong because I'm a spacker. Right, Spakka, spacker.
A spacker, okay. It sounds like a racial slur. What's up, my spacker?
Don't you get me started on racial slurs. I'm not going to do that. You have confidence. I like to do
When I left, like the conversation was pretty good, but now it's just awful.
What did you leave on?
Like you're talking about authors of books and philosophy, and now you're just kind of speaking.
Oh, well, we can go back to authors of books and philosophy and shit like that if you want. I mean, we're just shooting the shit, you know. Well, why do you have to take yourself so serious? You sound like you've got a bit of a fucking dick up your ass.
Well, I just joined because I saw Brandon was here, and I figured, Brandon's there.
Brandon's a wanker. Brandon's a proper wanker.
Brandon is
That's
a
right.
proper
I am
wanker.
a proper wanker. That's right.
Even Brandon will admit that he's a wanker, right?
That's
Okay,
true.
so there's no denying.
You know what? If you
Do
want
be
dopamine
wanker.
maxing, Bricky, if you want dopamine maxing, Confluence. What the fuck, dude? Are you really gonna make me not? You're not even gonna let me just cam up for trivia? This
Yes.
is so unfair.
It is not
Let him
unfair.
calm up.
And I mean,
Let
it
him
is
calm
good.
up.
It is
Then
good.
wait, let me ask you this. Why didn't you demand of me immediately after I cheated? Why is it now that you made me do it?
Because I was convinced by Keelan asking you. So
Because you've proven to not be true.
to fill you in, Bricky. So we do trivias on Tuesday on a Confluence panel, and Kirk has cheated before, and he's admitted to cheating before. And then the last trivia, he was getting all the questions right. In a weird
Not
way,
all.
and then Keelan was asking him after we all thought he was cheating. I did a poll. 100% of the audience thought he was cheating in the poll. 100%. And then when Keelan would ask him questions that he already got right, and then Kirk would get all of them wrong. And then
No, I
when he
didn't. I
would-
got one of them right. Remember, I got the one about the CIA director
but,
right.
but importantly, once you got like 3 wrong, then you're like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't have time to answer these questions. I don't want. And you were like not letting Keelan ask you further questions. And these were ones that you had gotten right.
It's not that I got them wrong. I didn't answer them. I didn't get them
Well,
wrong. I didn't answer them.
Confluence, you were kind of biased at that point because, like, I was just picking random questions. I didn't look at whether Kirk got them right in the past.
But he did get them right in the past. So you got Kirk got most questions, so I guess that's not that like freaky. But you did pick all the questions that Keelan got right, or sorry, that Kirk got right.
Confluence. Are you not realizing that when you ask someone a question, 9 times out of 10 they use AI or Google, right? Okay, so if you're expecting them to use genuine knowledge, I would just say that Kirk was the quickest to get the answer from Google, you know, so you got to give him some credit for that.
I
at
didn't,
least.
but I didn't use Google.
There's no credit. See, he's maintaining that he just knew these things. And so I'm saying, so the creator of our trivia, which is Rage, the one who's on the panel right now, she makes the trivia for us. Goated Rage, we love Rage. And so she wants Kirk banned and not allowed to play because he'll get all the questions right. Most people think he's still cheating. He's cheated before, you know, so it makes it kind of like an unfair thing. And Rage puts hard work into the trivia as her argument, and she does. And so for someone to just come and cheat.
But I'm
Yeah, well, fuck you, Kirk. Fuck you, Kirk. If you're cheating, if you're cheating,
me to prove that I'm not cheating. The burden of proof is
I
not
never
cheating.
said that he could not play. I never said that he could
Yes.
not play.
You said he could
He is
participate and couldn't
ineligible
win.
to
Yes.
win.
And so,
Yeah, but
so
no,
I
it's
compromised to
ineligible to
Kirk
win.
because we don't want Kirk looking up stuff on AI. As I said, Kirk, I think that's fair what Rage is saying. I think that you have to be cammed up and you have to have like your hands mostly visible for the trivia, so we know you're not like Googling or AI.
I've got you. Yeah.
And he
Have you one
says,
finger
and
up
he
your
says,
nostril?
and he says that's too onerous of me to ask of him, even though he's admitted to cheating in the past. So I don't think that's too onerous. I think that's a fair request.
Okay, but you wouldn't.
Yeah,
It's
he's
too onerous
dodgy.
because you wouldn't expect anyone else to do it.
Because
And
no one
yeah,
else
you're
has, no
dodgy.
one else has
You're-
cheated
That was
before.
one time. That was one time.
We would ask the same thing. Or we just ban them all together. For some reason, Kirk decides he gets special treatment.
Now,
I don't
Paige,
expect-
Paige,
it's
I
not
think,
special
Paige, I
treatment.
think,
Me
I
not
think
having
Kirk
to, me not having to
is
show my hands is not
$15
special
bill.
treatment. It's special not treatment.
you're as dodgy as a $15 bill, Kirk, right? And I'm not happy with you, right? All the work that
mean,
more fucking Paige put
not
in.
not to
this
not to
stream.
mog all of you, but like I cheated before and nobody cares.
You,
Shut the fuck
Keelan,
up. Will you?
Because we like
Keelan-
you, Keelan.
Why?
No, there is a qualitative difference because Bricky doesn't know this. Keelan did cheat, and then when I asked him if he was cheating, he like wouldn't answer, and it was obvious. And he's like, "Oh, I wanted to show that this is possible." Still untoward, but Kirk was like denying the cheating, and I had to force it out of him. Keelan, and I believe him. He's like, "Well, I was always going to reveal at the end that I was cheating, and how easy it is to cheat at trivia, even though you try to like stop people from doing it." It's still untoward, but I don't think for a second, especially based on me asking Keelan, "Are you cheating?" and him like refusing to answer. I think that's not the same type
I
of
think the
cheating
real
as Kirk,
question-
right?
I think the real question
But Confluence doesn't.
Wait there, Pages
isn't it
about,
good to
pages
someone
about,
and let
pages
someone
about to
grow?
speak, pages about,
Right?
Page was
Check
about
it
to
back in
speak.
time.
Page was about to speak there.
I done forgot what I was going to say now, so never mind.
Yeah, well, that's not fucking good, Page. I just stopped the man in his tracks there, right? Okay. Right, go on. Fill in the gap, right, when Page gets the amnesia fucking cured.
I was just impressed that he listened.
The bottom line
there.
is that I can't go back in time to prevent my old self from cheating. So all you can do is just trust me. Like, I don't know what else to say.
All I can do, I think I'm being very generous by saying you can still play, you can still even
Just
win.
trust me, bro.
All you have to
Just
do,
trust me, bro.
all you have to do is like set up your phone in such a way. I gave you plenty of ideas on how you could do this, and just
Well,
have
then
your
force
hands
that
mostly
on- force
visible.
it on everyone. I'll do that.
I force it on
Confluence.
everyone who has cheated and tried to get away with it, which is only you. If someone else did that, if Tyler told me he's cheated and he's just telling me, I would enforce the same thing with Tyler. If Ancom said that, I'd enforce the same thing. This isn't something against you, Kirk. I'd enforce this on
The
literally
best way to
everyone.
make a judgment, about somebody on their future actions is what they've done in the past, right? So if he's cheated in the past, right, he's going to fucking cheat again. I think we should duct tape his hands up, right? Gag his mouth with a dirty sock, right? Okay. Tie him to the back of a pickup truck and drag him through a desert.
And I
Yeah,
think
that
you
sounds
should take a loaded Glock.
And
Pick it up next to your
okay. Let's stop.
On Minecraft, I meant though. Like,
Yeah, all these things are happening in Minecraft.
I can't play video games or I play chess. I beat Confluence at chess once, everybody, you know. He won't admit it, but I did.
That's definitely not the case. Keelan tries to
that
claim the
it?
same thing, and that's also not the case.
Well, I think he's telling the truth then. No, I think he's telling the truth.
Huge.
First of all, wait, not Kirk
win
has not
fucking
beaten me
Kirk.
in chess. Okay, Kirk is the one that we think is cheated. Cool kid.
Why? Yes, I did cheat once. I'm just saying I can't. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this: would it be permanent? Would I have to show my hands permanently, or could I
Yes.
just do it for a couple rounds?
Kirk even cheated in chess, and it wasn't it.
No, you'd
How
have to
would
do
you
it
do
at
this?
minimum one full game.
How the fuck do you cheat in chess? Tell me now so I can do it.
You know,
I don't know,
you know
'cause
who hasn't? You know who hasn't cheated before? Brandon Mize.
I don't cheat. I literally don't cheat, right? I don't lie. I don't cheat. Do you know why? It takes too much energy and effort to remember your cheats and your lies to
You're
keep
too
up with them
dumb.
because you always get found out.
You're too dumb to learn how to cheat.
I am. No, I am. That's why I'm just strictly honest, right? Okay, but I'm not stupid though. Right? I know when people are taking the piss out of us, and when people are taking advantage of us.
But let me tell you this.
Then all I do is
Brandon,
just pull a machete
let me
out
tell
and
you
knife.
about. Let me tell you about Brandon. He is smart as a whip, and he chooses not to cheat.
He
Has
chooses
Brandon,
not to.
has Brandon played trivia? I actually can't remember.
I don't
He
think I've
doesn't need to
played
because he would
one
just win. He doesn't
Yeah, I
need
think
to.
I
He has
would win,
nothing to
Brandon.
prove.
Look, I'm really, really smart. You know, honestly, I'm really clever. I am. I got like
Not
2
compared to
questions
Brandon.
right in
Trivia
the
is
last.
true or false. So everybody has a 50-50
Not compared to
chance to get
Brandon.
the fucking answer right.
Hey,
If y'all say
wait,
my trivia is too hard.
even better,
Brandon
Paige.
taught me how to breathe.
50-50 chance. I spin a coin every day of the week to find out what I'll just spin a coin for the answer.
Brandon taught me how to
What was that
breathe.
mean? I did.
Brandon
That's right.
taught you how to breathe.
In a normal way. Confident.
I mean,
Yeah, sounds
what do you
all
mean?
okay.
In what were you doing when you needed to breathe?
I
He
was
taught you how to
suffocating.
breathe while
I was
while what?
suffocating before I knew
Sucking
Brandon.
his
Oh,
dick.
I
was
thought you were.
suffocating.
Yeah, I
Teach
heard
you how to
something. I
breathe
heard
while you
something
were
else
sucking
for a
his dick.
hot second there. I guess you were suffocating.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah. This is getting a little bit kinky. This like, can we go backstage and I'll talk to him personally?
Well, that sounds kinky too. That didn't help.
I'll
Yeah,
make
that
that.
sounds equally gay.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm the straightest, gayest man you'll ever come across. Right? I can make you feel uncomfortable, right? Even while being comfortable.
Oh, I believe that.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, dude. I'm talking straighter gay than you.
It's like a Kirk skill.
I'm not gay. I'm bisexual. I'm greedy. Right? Okay. It's called greedy.
You sound exactly like Kirk now, Bricky. Stop while you're ahead.
Okay, Paige. I did tell you, slam the brakes on for us, right? When I got too far. Okay,
I'm
so
the
that-
only person here who's been outside today.
That is
No,
not,
I've beat the work lane.
that's not true.
I've beat the work lane bricks. I've
I
beat
had, to
the
go,
work
I,
lane
had to, I
bricks.
had to go get my zins.
I've been on a building site with loads of burly ass men.
I'm outside right now.
Well, I could step
I
out my
can't-
back door.
I can't say that.
Congratulations, Keelan. Touch grass while you're out there.
It's a
I
bit
don't
dark
do
for me.
marijuana.
Oh, I'll do marijuana. I smoke marijuana. I smoke loads of marijuana. I drink loads of whiskey as well.
You fucking junkie.
I know. I couldn't give a shit.
Oh,
Shut up.
finally, this star took so long. Everyone give me those GGs. GGs in the chats, please. Good to see Stillman.
So basically, I only have to show my hands for one game.
GG.
I wanted to see.
Oh, fuck.
I want to see
Kirk,
at least.
you're
a
never playing trivia
couple.
again. Ever.
I want to see at least a couple, and to see if you're. I want to do a couple and then like map it out, maybe like 3, and then see what your average score is. And if that does substantially improve when we put the conditions off, then I think it's fair that like something's weird's happening. So if you do
got
like
a better idea.
3
You mean,
with
you mean
hand
if it
cam,
substantially breaks?
Kirk,
I mean, it's just-
I think you
I mean,
lack
there is-
free will.
Kirk,
I think you lack free will.
I think I do lack free will. You think it? You mean
Yeah,
when you
because-
say it? When you say
Because you
everyone
just
lacks
go
free
through the
will.
5 stages of grief all in order. It's like you have no choice in the matter.
Well, everyone lacks free will.
Nobody has.
confidence.
Everyone has free will.
If
Free will.
I basically when you say improve for 3, do you mean like if I don't improve or if I like lose 3?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, you see, now he's going to no compliments. He's going to stipulations. He's going to try
I'm
and
confused. You said
let
if
me-
I improve 3.
No, I'm saying. Let's say you do. I make you do show your hands for 3 rounds, and we see how you normally perform. It's a small sample size, but we get some idea of how you do. And then let's say we're like, okay, Kirk's not cheating, and then all of a sudden it's back to like you do way better, and all of a sudden you went from, let's say, you're getting 10 each time. So you get like 10 one, 11 one, 12 the other, and then we take off the camera and we don't make you cam up, and then you're getting 20s, 21s, 22s. Then it's like, yeah. So I'm saying if you show a lot of improvement once we were to remove the stipulations that you have to show your hands, then yeah, then we might have to go back to the camera because that's kind of weird, right?
Well, can I screen share rather than show my hands?
No, because you could have a second device is the problem, right?
No, can I screen
Why
share
don't we just- why don't we just
screen
have a
share in
limited amount of
Discord
time?
basically instead?
have a limited amount of time to answer the question, like 4 or
Screen
5
share in
seconds.
Discord, yes or no?
No, because you could have a second device, right?
Yeah, but I
Yes, of
don't.
course.
I only have my one phone.
Yeah, I believe in Confluence. He sounds very honest, to be honest with you.
I don't have another device.
He doesn't have another device. Confluence, just believe
I
him.
mean, how do we, Rage Page, how do you feel about that? You're the trivia.
Don't let him deceive you all.
Hold on. He's such a liar. He's absolutely an iPad kid.
Hang on.
That's not true.
No,
That's true,
this is
actually. You're
not.
saying
No,
you don't have a tablet
don't
at
stop
all?
picking on him. No,
No, I
stop picking
don't
on him
have a
because
tablet.
if a man identifies as a woman, all he has to do is say that he's a woman. Doesn't have to prove
I've
anything.
never met more than an iPad kid in my life.
Well, I don't have an iPad, so I don't know what to tell you.
Does any of your family members have an iPad?
Yes, but I don't use them.
Speaking
but
of
you
the,
watch
it while he eats.
speaking of the transgender stuff,
You're asking
Ricky,
me to prove a negative. You're asking me to prove a negative. That's the problem. You're putting the burden of proof on me to prove I'm not cheating. Not the burden
Well,
of
we've
proof on
already
you to
proven
prove
that
that I
you're-
am cheating.
Hold on, we've already proven that you're guilty of cheating, so you shouldn't be allowed to play anymore at all.
And you actually admitted that you cheated as well. So come on, dickhead. You did admit.
I only admitted because Confluence forced it out of me. Originally, when he accused me, he
Very
didn't have
well.
any proof.
Confluence was a good investigator. He's a good fucking investigator and interrogator, right? Okay, so he done his work.
Damn right,
Due diligence.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you said you were going to tell Horseradish that I cheated when you had no proof of me cheating.
And it turns out I was right because you were cheating.
Boo.
You being right by accident doesn't mean you're a good investigator. It means you're
I don't
right
know
by
if that's
accident.
I don't know if that's an accident. The fact that I was so confident that I was willing to tell Horseradish because I knew
It means you're
and I ended up being
accurate.
right. Like, how can you? That's not just like
I could-
random,
I
right?
would have just 10 toes down and not told you.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you confessed. I think that's the better option.
like a
You know?
fucking liar and a cheat.
It's like the BAU, the Behavioral Analysis Unit, right? Okay, within the FBI. It's what, you know,
But
the
anyway,
profile.
you're shifting the burden of proof on me to prove I'm not cheating.
Yeah,
And I'm just
course,
I'm
the
not
bar-
asking you. I'm not asking you to prove anything. I'm saying you have cheated in the past, and because of
Yes,
that,
you're asking me to prove I'm not cheating.
you don't
yes,
know.
you're
You
asking me
don't, no,
to
I'm asking you. I'm not asking you to prove that. I'm saying you've cheated in the past. You've admitted that you've cheated in the past. The requirements now,
Yes,
based
you're
on
asking
that,
me- you're
is that
asking
you
me
have to
these
show your
requirements.
hands.
Yes,
When-
that's as a requirement to prove I'm not cheating. That's
Just
literally
when
it.
news,
Yes.
where a pair
I'm
of
just saying
news.
what I'm saying
I'm
in
not
different
asking you.
words.
I'm not asking you to prove anything. I'm saying these are the requirements if you still want to play
The
trivia.
requirements are for me to prove that I'm not cheating. That's their purpose. That's their telos.
Yeah.
Yes,
So just
in-
wear a pair
yes,
of mittens so you
in
can't
that
use your
game.
phone.
And I'm saying I should not have to. The burden of proof should not be on me.
Then you
It's not
shouldn't be
your
allowed to play then.
It's
You're
just
not
the-
allowed
it's
to
just the
play no
fucking
more.
rules,
Michael.
Kirk. I don't know what to tell you. It's just how
You
it
can
is.
change the rules. No one's preventing you from letting me participate and win without showing my
Yes,
hands.
it's
No
my
one's-
yes. It's ultimately my decision. That's the decision I am making.
This
That makes
isn't a
sense?
It's not
democracy,
your
Kirk. This is
decision
a
because you
dictatorship.
wouldn't apply
This
the
is a
same standard to
dictatorship,
everyone
my
else.
friend.
I
Get
would
used to
apply
it.
this to
Compliments
anyone
is
who
weird.
I will
has
never
cheated.
make another trivia again. If Kirk keeps bitching.
Right, there you go. Rage Page is just raged, right? Okay. You need to wear a pair of mittens, right, Kirk? Okay, and realize that this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. You do what you're fucking told, right? If you want to follow her and come along with it, go along with it. If not, right, just sit in the back. Just sit down on your hands and don't partake, right? How's that for you?
Yeah, and Kirk, you're
I
even
don't wanna
still
sit
allowed to, if you don't want to cam up, you're even still allowed as Raid Shit to participate. You just can't win. So like you have 2 options ahead of you, you know, or I guess 3. You don't have to play at all. But I don't think my thing is like super onerous. I don't think no one else seems to think it's onerous except you.
Okay, well then
I think
apply
it's-
to, if it's not onerous, then apply it to everyone else.
They haven't cheated.
I'll
There's
send
no
you-
reason to. We're trusting that the
Kirk,
people
I'll
that
send you my-
haven't
I'll send you my
cheated
phone
are
number.
cheating.
I'll pay for
No,
you.
but if it's
I'll
not
pay him.
onerous, then why not just do it to make sure, just to make extra sure?
I don't feel
Well,
the
let's have a
need.
quick.
I don't feel the need to do that because they haven't cheated. You have cheated, so I feel the need to do
Compliments,
that.
compliments. Why not do a quick trivia round now between like say just say me, Kirk, and whoever's on panel. Just a quick 2-3 question trivia where you get like 3-4 seconds to answer. A limited amount of time, so you cannot actually use Google. You know, you've got like
I'm a firm believer in not punishing the class because one kid is stupid.
Oh, I believe in punishing the whole class, mate, to teach that kid that he shouldn't be stupid and to show them kids to look, if they're retarded, right? Okay, they're a little bit.
It's just
If they're a
applying the
little
rules
bit back.
consistently.
No, because you're a clever lad. You're a clever lad, Kirk, right? Okay, and you're abusing the fact that you're good at AI. Stop being a dickhead, right? Just play the game fairly, you little tosser.
He can't do that because Kirk has to be the most important, the best, and better than everyone else that he's around, or else he feels like he's being attacked and has to bring everyone down to his level.
Yeah, but I'm here now, so he's got no chance at feeling and thinking he's the best because everybody knows that Bricky's the
Right.
best at everything.
That's true. You listen to Bricky, he's the real man here.
See, Kirk, I mean, I'm not even. I see. This is one time I won't argue with a woman and tell her she's wrong. Right, okay, Kirk. Paige
Shut
is
the fuck
absolutely
up.
spot on. All right.
Face.
See, this is exactly why you're not allowed to play. Right? It's the attitude. It's the attitude.
It's not a punishment for you to apply the rules consistently, Confluence. No one's being punished. You're admitting it's not onerous.
You're right.
So if it's not onerous,
You're right. So here's the punishment. Kirk, you're banned from trivia. Fair punishment?
no, there shouldn't be a punishment.
Boom!
For
Kirk,
cheating?
Kirk, you've just
You
been
want-
fucking exited. As we call it in Britain, you've been sent to Coventry. You've been exiled.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Shut the fuck up.
Say it in your man voice, Kirk. Say that in your man voice. Don't whisper it like an injured child.
Say shut the fuck
Shut the
up,
fuck
Kirk.
up, bitch.
Say shut the fuck up, Kirk. Say like a man.
I don't
Don't
think
say that.
I'll show my hands. I'm just saying you should do it to everyone.
I'm not. I'll
You're
do it to the people
right.
that have cheated.
But it's not
Kirk, you know,
onerous. You
you're-
admit it's
you
not
know,
onerous. If
Kirk,
you're gonna admit
Kirk,
it's not
if you-
onerous.
It's not. It's
Kirk,
not.
if you were in-
It's onerous to everyone else. First of all,
Even
there.
at
I'm
me.
saying.
What
When I say
is
it's not
onerous
onerous,
to
I'm
me?
saying it's
It's
not.
onerous
It's
to
not
me.
onerous because you have cheated. So I think it's me coming up with the least, I think, onerous thing to deal with someone who has cheated. That's what I
Okay,
mean.
either
So
it is onerous or it is not onerous. Which one is it? Either
It's
it
not.
is
It's
or it
not
is
onerous.
Wait,
First of all, it's not a
wait.
binary. Tasks take different effort. I'm saying I don't feel the need to inconvenience other people because of what you have done. I feel the need to
But it's
mildly
inconvenient to me.
inconvenience
But it is
you.
inconvenient to me. But it
Yes,
is
because you
inconvenient to me.
cheated. So I don't
I
mind
think we should bring
mildly
back the death
inconveniencing
penalty.
you. I don't
I
see
think
any
we should bring
reason
back the death
to
penalty.
mildly inconvenience other people.
Bring back the death penalty.
I can't go back in time. Is my point.
I know, but what you can do in the future is just hand cam for 3 things and we'll see how you do, and then you can eventually then stop the hand cam and we'll see if you do worse. Or sorry, we'll see if you do better. And if you do better, then maybe we have to go back to the camera.
What kind of hand cam is this? It's not a hand job cam, is it? Like, I'm not going to be watching them do. Just
Hopefully
like,
not. Hopefully not. Maybe that's the
Like-
real
like,
reason he doesn't want to show his hands.
Confluence. I just think he should put a pair of mittens on his hands, right? Okay, so he can't use and type stuff in his phone, and you should be able to see the mittens the whole time.
Yeah, but
that would
the way
eliminate.
the trivia works is you have to like type in A, B, C, or D. So we have to allow him to have access to his hands to some degree, but not enough where he can, cheat.
Can't he use his tongue or his toes? Is that not a possibility?
Hey, if he can figure out how to work AI with his toes, I think he deserves the win anyway. Okay.
Tell you what, if he could learn out how to do it with his tongue, women would be flocking around him as well. I
That's
mean, he
true.
wouldn't have a problem finding a work.
He'd never join trivia again. He'd be so busy.
He'd have a sore jaw. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to bother you for much longer. I do realise you had a sensible conversation going on, right? I just saw you live playing Mario Kart, that Mario gay game that you shit at Confluence, right? Like your
You just
chess.
called it Mario Kart, okay? Which is crazy. There's no carts.
What's the matter with that?
This is Mario 64. It's not Mario Kart. Different
We love
game.
you, Kirk.
I mean,
Bricky.
listen, God bless you all. Kirk, look, I'm just going to ask you this, mate, right? Please, just try and do better next time, right? Okay, try not to cheat as much, at least, right? Okay, give other people a chance, right? God's looking down on you and he's going to judge you when you eventually get to them gates. Paige, don't quit on the fucking whole trivia thing. We need this trivia, right? Okay, we do. I'm just saying, right, that you have all a bunch of wankers
Encouraging you, Ricky.
and I love you to bits, right? God bless you all.
God bless you,
Ta-da.
Bricky.
God, bro.
God bless you, Ricky. We love you. We don't love Kirk.
We love Kirk when he's not cheating, okay? We love the not cheating Kirk. But I am glad we cleared this up because I don't have to relitigate this on Tuesday. I'd rather relitigate this now so it doesn't take away from trivia time. Brandon, are you still here?
Yes.
Okay, so I watched most, like 80% of that Michael Humer video. I don't know. I don't think I agree with Michael Humer. Do you agree with him on that? I know you don't think God exists, but do you agree with his arguments?
I actually maybe watched 10 minutes of it, so I don't know the main argument they were even when I tuned in, they were talking about infinite, but I actually didn't watch any of that. I just saw that he was debating Joshua Rasmussen, which is somebody who is a Christian apologist, which I respect. I actually really like that guy. And I thought it was interesting. You might find it interesting. I didn't watch mainly any of it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, almost the whole discussion was about infinity. And I'm sure some of it, maybe most of it went over my head. But there's some stuff that I just didn't really get. So one of the arguments, I think the moderator actually brought this up, which was kind of funny. Because he's saying Michael Humer's basically saying that he doesn't think like infinity is possible. He thinks it's self-refuting. He doesn't think he thinks a mind that for God, he goes through all this stuff, but all of the omnis, and he basically says they all sound like infinite. Omnipotent is infinite power. Omniscience is knowing an infinite amount of things. And he says that this is impossible, and he has various arguments for this. But then the mod asks him, well, you think that pi has an infinite decimal expansion. So that's not a real infinity in the sense that it doesn't exist in a physical world, but it does have an infinite decimal expansion. If you accept that, why can't you think that there could be a mind, aka God, that knows the infinite? Because that alone, knowing the decimal expansion of pi, would be infinite, having infinite knowledge. And Michael Humer is kind of well, it would be different if pi was an endless number, but it's not. We know it's between 3 and 4. I don't really find that compelling because you could.
Well, I don't find that compelling either.
Wait, just let me finish this briefly, because I feel you could make pi from you could just define a number as take the decimal expansion and then make that into a number. Like you could have like a function that does that, and now that becomes a number, and now it's not just between 3 and 4, and it would be an infinite. And like if you can accept that that is a possibility, which it could, right? We could just multiply all the digits of pi or whatever the fuck and get like an infinitely long number, right? Like if you make an algorithm that like it multiplies every time you have a new decimal expansion, it multiplies it by like 10 or whatever the fuck, however the math would work out, you could get an infinitely long number. And like, why would it, if we accept that, we know that pi's decimal expansion is infinite, and we know that's the case, and Michael Huber doesn't deny it, then why is he like, well, it would be impossible for a mind to like know that? It's like we have an example of infinity on Earth, not like a physical one, but we have like the concept of infinity. We have an infinite decimal expansion. How is that like an unknowable thing? Why would that be a contradiction?
Well, no, I was going to say we don't even have to go to pi for that. We also have Cantorian set theory.
I feel, why not stick with like the example that everyone knows instead of talking about something that probably like almost no one knows except maybe you or Keelan?
Well, because Cantorian set theory is dealing with proper infinities, not just infinities on the real number continuum.
The thing is with Michael Humer, I think he spreads himself too thin. He'll talk about theism, he'll talk about free will, he'll talk about moral realism, he'll talk about dualism. So I don't know if he's like rigorously really nailed down something for. I've only seen him talk about God a few times, but he is like an atheist. He thinks God probably doesn't exist, but he probably has those sorts of flaws because he's spreading himself too thin. Because I don't see why, like you said, I don't see what he would use or why he thinks one is possible and one isn't. Did he ever give a symmetry breaker or
no? The only thing was he just said that like, well, pi is between 3 and 4, and so it's not actually infinite. And then the only other thing he said,
kind of retarded.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. The only other thing he said, which like maybe is like less retarded, he's like, well, and I don't really know enough math to like know if this is true. He's like, pi is infinite because of like how our something about how our like decimal system works. Like I guess we're in like base 10 and we're choosing to represent the number that way. So I don't know if he was like basically saying the ratio between the circumference and the diameter isn't actually infinite, but it's just like how we express it. So it's like it's something that we've kind of come up with.
Well, I don't really know. Well, hold on. That's why I said Cantorian set theory, because I don't know enough about whether or not pi is like transcendental and irrational number system. But I do know Cantorian set theory applies to every set theory. There's multiple cardinalities of infinity, which is why I said all of the differences between pi and infinity would not exist if you accept Cantorian set theory. We're actually just dealing with infinities proper.
Okay, because this is going to be impossible to. I know how it's going to go if I ask you to explain this more. Keelan, you love set theory. Do you know what this is? And can you explain it?
I can explain Cantorian set theory. It's that basically
you're going to do a terrible job, and I'm going to know fucking nothing.
I'll do it. I promise. It's if you can line up the rational numbers and the natural numbers, you can put them into one-to-one correspondence, whereas the irrational numbers you can't. So the real number continuum is uncountably infinite, but the rational and natural numbers are countably infinite because you can put them in one-to-one correspondence with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, isn't that the same as the diagonal argument or whatever?
Yes, that's from Cantor. I'm just saying Cantorian set theory is just the name of the thing.
Okay, yeah, but I don't know if that's for me. I find pi more compelling because it's like that could just be something that like we hypothetically have like infinite real numbers, and mathematically there's different sizes of infinity, but I feel like you could still maybe say, well, okay, but we're kind of like just defining these terms. We don't really know if these things exist, but like the ratio between a circumference and and a diameter seems more like practical, where it's like, well, it's not hard to like imagine a circle, it's like you're not really asking many like propositions for that at all. You're just asking someone, okay, if given that you understand what a circle is, that it's like, and we're trying to calculate the ratio between its circumference and its diameter, then we will get to an infinite decimal expansion. Like I feel like that. So like I don't disagree with you, Kirk. I just think that that this one is like a more palpable kind of example.
Well, but the reason that I said that is because with pi, yes, it's infinite, but then you get the objections from humor of it being between 3 and 4, whereas this one is truly like no one would doubt it's infinite if you know anything about set theory.
Right, but it's like, I guess, yeah, I guess he would just say that, like, yeah, there's no mind that could know that. He also used, and Brandon, you're probably familiar with this, the one about like if you have like a light switch that you're turning like on and off, like then what state does it end up? Does it end up in like ultimately on or ultimately off? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
Okay, I've heard it before, but I'm probably gonna like misunderstand what it's saying. Because he was arguing like if God is infinite and he was flipping like an infinite switch, he said in real life, because some of the switch gets flipped like faster each time. So he said like in real life, well, we'd either run out of energy, we wouldn't be able to do that, or the switch would inevitably break because there's more force applied to it. And so we would have a terminating answer to that question. And if you took a switch and you just switched it back and forth and it got exponentially faster, there would be an actual answer in real life. But he said with God, that what would be the answer? There would be no answer. It would just keep switching forever and get infinitely faster. So it almost sounded to me like some type of like Zeno's paradox, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it sounds like almost like I don't know if I can say the Grim Reaper's paradox, but because he's switching it on and off over and over again. Every time he does that, it gets faster and faster. So the time distance between each flip of the switch gets shorter ad infinitum. But what's the issue supposed to be there?
I guess
if you just never reach a terminating point.
Yeah, I guess yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. Like I feel like there must be I'm sure he could explain the problem better than I was understanding it, but to me, I don't really get it, because like in real life, I kind of agree with him, but we also have stuff like Planck lengths of time. So you would just like practically, even if the lever didn't break, you would just get to, there's only like, for my understanding of physics, which I could be wrong at, right? There is time, it can only be divided so far, just like with like measurements and stuff, you get to like a Planck length of measurement where you can't get any shorter than that. And I think there is that with time. And so I feel like this answer would resolve in real life. And yeah, so, but if God is doing this in like some divine realm, yeah, then it would just get endlessly faster and infinitely faster, and it just keeps switching. Like to me, it just seems obvious, but I don't know if I'm just like intuitively, I don't really get the argument there, because it's like, yeah, in a physical world, sure, but if we're talking about God, then why can't we just imagine that the light switch gets infinitely faster and just keeps oscillating from off to on forever, and it's the speed is constantly increasing? Like I don't see an issue with that, but he seems to think that intuitionally that would be like nonsense, and I don't, and that seemed to be like all of these things. Like imagine I've got an infinite power. He just thinks like there's something about all of these things. He goes through all of them, and he just thinks they're all like the intuition you're supposed to derive from these is that this is just would be either logically impossible or somehow like there's something wrong with this. And I didn't find it like super compelling, especially when examples like the pi stuff is brought up. And it's like, this is an example of something we have in real life. Why is it impossible to imagine an infinite mind could know an infinite amount of things? Like, I don't know. Like, so I don't know. Maybe I'd have to rewatch it again, because there was some points where I was like, okay, I'm kind of lost at what they're saying. But yeah, I wasn't convinced by it. And it is especially weird. I mean, you were the one that pointed this out, that I didn't know before, because I was just watching his stuff about his moral realism, that he was an atheist. I didn't know that until you said that. So it is odd that he believes in souls. He is a dualist. And he does give like a bare minimum, but it's still, the whole thing is odd. Like libertarian free will, he's a non-compatibilist, he's a moral realist. Like he has all the steps of what you would think a theist would have, but then he's like, nah, I'm actually an atheist, and that's intuition, baby. I'm like, is it? Given that you accept all these other things, which in my opinion, like from his own logic, intuitionally, if you like, even for you, Brandon, right? Like I understand you're an atheist, but if you took it as a given that we have libertarian free will, and that you were a moral realist, that like morals are objective, and that we have souls, like wouldn't intuitionally you think that there's probably a God if you accepted those three things? Like isn't that the most logical, parsimonious, whatever that word is, explanation?
I think it depends on, like, I think for souls, yeah, because I think the the fact is, idealism is necessarily true, right? Because everything we experience is experienced, and therefore mental phenomena must be fundamental. So I think that idealism does necessitate a belief in God, because what is perceiving the glass when you're not watching it in order to keep it in existence? And because you can only say something exists if you can experience it as existing. So I do think that like idealism is a great argument for God, but I don't think free will is, because you could have libertarian free will if you define free will as the ability to have done otherwise, even if you're an atheist.
I understand you. I understand, like, for each of the three things, I understand you could be an atheist. You could be an atheist and believe in the afterlife. But I guess I'm just saying, if you believe that we can make truly like agentic decisions, and again, he's not even a compatibilist. Like, he believes in libertarian free will, and he believes in souls, and he's like a dualist and all this stuff, which I guess is to, you know, that part would follow. Right, and he believes that morality is objective. It feels like the best explanation for all of those things would be the existence of like some type of thing that we'd call God. Also, good to see you, Anson, and welcome back, Oxycat. What do you think, Brandon? Like, if you were to accept, if you somehow found out that souls
Avarice.
were real and all this stuff is real, would you believe in God? Hey, Avarice.
Brandon,
I don't think so necessarily. I mean,
I voted for you.
Thanks, Avarice. Well, that one
Yeah.
vote won us the debate. I appreciate that.
How dare you? How dare you?
He's a better debater than you.
It was a 3v3. Of course he's a better debater than me, but it's a 3v3.
Dude. Fuck.
Brandon always gets my vote.
Let's go.
So you're the one that fucked me. I can put all this blame on you.
Sure,
That's true too.
I accept this chaos.
You fucking fuck.
Well, get good. Just like your Mario skills.
I would rip your ass off in Mario, okay? I would rip your actual ass off.
But just a question, Confluence. I think I would be more. I don't think I would believe, like, if I believed in a soul, libertarian free will, I don't think I would jump to theism. I think I would jump to your sort of view before I jump to like a sort of like typical theist view to where I'm a Christian or something like that. I think I would.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, yeah, in the way that I usually define God.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're like a, what is it, pantheist, or are you a pantheist?
You keep resetting.
Yeah.
You keep resetting.
I think I would.
Yeah, that's the point,
Like,
Avarice.
I might-
I'm in a
Confluence.
practice point. He's talking about my
Confluence.
Mario.
You're resetting.
I know I'm resetting because I'm dying and I'm doing practice. I'm not going for attempts yet. That's why I'm loading a previous save state.
Confluence. You keep resetting.
I know.
Confluence. Pay attention.
Something about that, dude. Jesus.
Brandon, I'm sorry. I was eating when you guys were talking about this. Didn't you say that you I believe I overheard you saying that you didn't like the rigid designator theory?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. I may have misheard you. Sorry. So what was your perspective on it?
Confluence. Did you see I shouted you out this
I wanted
morning?
to think
Twice.
and
Oh,
read
no,
about
I
it more
didn't. Thank you,
because
Avarice.
It's been a long
Yeah.
time since I've
I
thought
woke up at
about
like
it.
12 today.
So, I don't know. I don't have a strong view about it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
played the
I think-
commercial twice.
Oh,
Well, I find that
thanks.
interesting because wasn't Kripke big in like that sort of like analytic world that you inhabit?
I mean, I haven't read Kripke, but from my understanding, yeah, he was a big part of analytic philosophy and had a lot of contributions that people still use today, especially with
Yeah.
Dude, Brandon, did
Yeah, I
you
think
see the Kant man from last night on VK?
The Kant man.
Kant man. No.
Yeah. There was a guy who, or not last night, not VK, but Swords of Reason. So after the Steelborn Crazy Daipon debate, the panel opens up and there's this guy that comes on and he claims to be like Kantian. Like he like believes in all Kant theory and shit. And he was just wackadoodle.
Yeah, people like Kant, they're almost like religious about it. It's very I don't know what it is about Kant and Hegel people, but they become like, very almost like I said, like religious with their views, and they always have like a different interpretation of those guys. So you never actually know what they believe until you actually talk to a Kant person or a Hegel person, because they all have different interpretations of those people. They're very frustrating to talk to sometimes.
Have any of you guys heard the Hegelian e-girl meme, like the Hegelian e-girl T-shirt, for example?
No,
Confluence definitely has.
I haven't. I want to know about it though.
Confluence is like, does she have bug eyes? Because I'm interested.
Yeah, that's my main thoughts.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of people who call themselves Hegelians. But even though I haven't read Hegel, the people who call themselves Hegelians, in my experience, are pretty weird.
They like to have a
Especially
lot of
Marxists.
cankles, don't they?
They do.
I guess.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know.
That didn't
I
land.
think you should. I think Brandon, you would be well served if you looked a little bit into like logic and like set theory and math. I think you'd be good with that stuff.
Well, you think that Brandon would be better if he looked more into logic that he already does?
Well, I don't know. I thought he said he's not really a big logic person. Did I mishear you?
What?
No, I'm not.
Brandon, did you really say that?
Relative to the people that I know, yeah, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, relative to the people I know,
Yeah,
Corn.
relative
Shut
to
the
people
fuck
that
up.
like live and breathe philosophy, Brandon is not well
I mean,
versed in
but
logic.
I'm not talking about philosophy in general. I'm talking about like logic in specific. Like I'm talking about like modal logic and stuff like that, like set theory and stuff, and type theory and category theory.
Did you like give up on that one, Confluence?
No, I'm doing attempts now.
You're doing attempts.
Yeah, so when I'm resetting, that's like me practicing, and now this is me doing it like legit from this is a checkpoint flag that you're about to see. So now I'm doing like attempts. Like this is so if I get the star now it counts. Whereas if I got the start before, that's just practice, so it doesn't count because I'm using save states.
Dude, I haven't played this game in so
This is first of all, this is definitely not like the original Mario 64. This is Kaizo. Like this is like a modded thing to be like insanely
I'm like-
challenging. This is not
Okay,
a
I'm
base
like,
game
dude.
of Mario, to be very clear.
Does that sound
Like-
appealing, Brandon?
Yes, but I don't know how useful it would be for me now. Back when I was like a hyper debater, it would have been more useful. But then I learned it, at least a little bit. And now I don't find debates as interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll just like take a course just for you, you know?
Yeah, because I do like math and stuff, and I think things like model theory and like Gödel incompleteness and like Lowenheim's golem and stuff and Yoned dilemma and stuff like that, like basically results about constructing mathematical objects through relations and set theoretic membership questions like continuum hypotheses.
You're
like,
not doing too well there, bud.
I'm doing very
I'm sorry,
well.
I'm rambling.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, talking to someone.
I am talking to you.
I'm about to get the star. Let's go. No. Oh, we got it. We fucking got it. Yeah, take that, Avarice. You little bitch. You little punk ass bitch.
I don't see it yet. I'm behind.
Interesting.
Oh, it's coming.
It would serve you though, because what I do now, Kirk, is I have friends that I wouldn't say specialize, but they have knowledge about a specific philosophical topic, and if I have a
You didn't do it
question,
that
I have, like,
fast.
a person that I can just reach out to about that specific domain in philosophy.
Yeah. I mean, I have philosopher friends, but the problem is that, like, the main philosopher friend I have is, like, a big, like, Hegel, Zizek, Lacan nutcase.
Oh,
and, like, I'm not a big fan of that type.
Yeah, me either. Fuck. Is it just a bunch of gibberish? Like, do you hear him talking? You're like, what are you saying?
Well, no, it's like, well, kind of. It's like saying, they talk about, like, negativity and the symbolic other, and, like, I don't know. I don't really get that stuff.
Me, that's what I'm saying. I never know what a Hegelian is talking about. They're usually just gibberish generators.
Well, I mean, it
there's nothing
depends, but
wrong with
like Lacanians and stuff are really like weird about like when you're talking about like French, like the French post-structuralists and stuff, they're very weird about the stuff.
Speaking of, Brandon, did you Did you subscribe to my new channel?
I think I did a while ago, actually. What is
Okay,
that?
good. Yeah, make sure to do that so you can watch Confluence's commercial.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess commercial? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
subscribed.
I thought you said I unsubscribed. Upon
Yeah, I
learning
just
about the
unsubscribed.
commercial.
I just reported you.
I knew it. I won't look at. I didn't know that Confluence touched tots. Okay, it wasn't my fault. It's just his moral view. Okay, it's just his moral
Wait.
views.
This is Anson? I thought this was Emmett for a second.
That's Anson.
What?
Yes.
No preferences? That's Anson, of course.
The reason I pee in a glass is because it's more convenient.
There's only one person that would go that far to make a meme, and that's Anson.
Yeah.
I still poo in the toilet.
Oh God, I hope so.
Good for you.
I've just learned that this is what Anson does, and I've just loved that now about Anson. Watch, next week there's gonna be one that says like the Ava Rice show, and it's gonna be like a transgender all stuff, right?
Yeah, he was
Hope so.
gay-fluenced the other day with a pride flag.
Yeah.
What'd you
This
think of
this
the
is like
Candace
really
Andrew Wilson
boring.
address?
Do you want my honest opinion, or do you want what I've been telling people?
I want you to lie to me.
Yeah, Candace clearly won. You can see she even said this wasn't a debate. She said it. She said it. This was a long con, guys. Obviously, this started in 2006 with Social Autopsy with the one specific rhetoric, taking down the bully. All right, and there's no one that looks like a bigger 304 bully than Andrew Wilson, and she just copped another $300,000 from the bully. Again, securing the American dream of generational wealth. This is obviously an optical win for Candace because it's not only the $300,000, but she took all the AdSense too from the bully. This is just beating down the bully, and now that she gets to run a smear campaign of even larger scale to even make the bully look like he was an even larger bully. Social Autopsy rises again.
No, he's thought about this. Good point.
Is that my boy Avarice?
Hey, how you doing, Big Soda?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah. I did have
watch Avarice show this morning.
Did what?
Did you watch Avarice's show this morning?
No, he doesn't support the Avarice show.
I do. I was like I said, I slept till like noon, I think.
I did have another quick question for you, Confluence. Is it okay if I ask you real quick?
Sure.
Fuck no.
Sure, Kirk.
So, of course you know who. I presume, of course, you know who von Neumann is.
Oh my god.
John von
Remind me.
Neumann?
I've heard the
Oh, man.
name,
Okay,
but
he was a physicist who worked on the Manhattan Project. I think the Manhattan Project, and he worked in game theory, and he developed something that was really cool that I was recently learning about called cellular automata, which is basically like a computer algorithm. Like, have you ever heard of like the Conway's Game of Life, for example, where
Yeah.
they basically you've heard of it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's when you have basically a finite set of rules for how like a little pixel relates to other pixels, and using discrete math, you basically can create a finite set of rules that looks like really complex in the long term. And I just thought it's really cool. I was just curious if you think that like that's also going to be useful for like AI and stuff.
I have no idea if it's going to be useful for AI.
Okay.
Speaking of AI, what are we going to do about? Do we even have to care about birth rates if AI is going to, make machines and possibly kill us?
Yeah, I mean,
know.
probably
You
You've
not.
been-
in the pods and eat the
Once they
bugs.
release the Black Mirror dogs on us, we're fucking dunzos anyway.
I knew this guy was a Nazi.
Jesus. Who, me?
No, not you. The guy that fucking Kirk was talking about.
Oh, okay.
John von Neumann?
Oh no,
What are
no,
you
no.
talking about? He wasn't a Nazi.
Actually, he's a Jew. My
Yeah, he's a
Judar
Jew.
was going off, but my
You-
Nazi radar
you-
was going off
Easy
even
mistake. You can
more.
get those mixed up.
Brandon, you've been watching a little too much Soylent Green.
I don't even know what that means. Sweet and green?
Yeah.
You know what Soylent Green is?
I actually don't. I've heard of it.
Like the thing where they would like eat people.
Oh, it's an old ass movie. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's ancient.
Yeah, you haven't seen. I don't know how to explain that movie in less than 10 minutes. That would be impossible. Maybe someone else could do better. I don't even know how to explain that in 10 minutes. Confluence, do you not explain that in less than 10 minutes?
No, I've never seen it. I just know it involves,
Oh,
turning people into a liquid food.
well,
Thanks.
I mean, you have to watch it.
Here, this is what AI gave me. Dystopian sci-fi movie starring Charlton? What a dumbass name. Charlton. Charlton. In the movie, it's mass-produced food wafer distributed to an overcrowded, resource-starved population. The famous twist is Soylent Green is people. It's secretly made from processed human remains, while the public believes it's a normal manufactured food product. That's awesome.
Yeah, but like, look up the ask like, what kind of dystopian future is Soylent Green? It's really fucking crazy.
My Judor is going off again.
It has some shit to do with aliens.
No, I think
and
you're
shit.
thinking of Goyland Green, Big Soda. That's a common confusion.
Okay, yeah. My bad.
Well, the movie came out in 73, but it was supposed to be set in New York City 2022. That's funny. Ecological collapse or population dystopia with strong corporate authoritarian elements. You said there's aliens? What about aliens? No aliens. It's entirely a human-made dystopia. There's no extra.
There we go. Hold on.
I fucking knew it. The director's Jewish. I fucking called it Confluent.
Yeah, your Judor was right.
It's the same guy that made Betty Bop and Coco the Clown.
Betty Bop or Betty Boop?
Betty Bop.
Who the fuck is Betty Bop?
You never heard of Betty Bop?
No, I've heard Betty Boop.
He's like a OF version of Betty Boop.
Yeah, it must be a Canadian to American translation because it's Betty Bop.
There's no way you pronounce Betty Boop as Betty Bop, but there's also no way Betty Boop was made in like the 70s. I'm pretty sure it's like really old.
No, that's why. The guy that directed, was it Richard Fleischer, the Jew? He created it, but he created it way before he directed the movie.
Oh.
Right here.
And also, you like to say.
So,
I
have it. I have it on my screen. This is the best thing for the universe. Hold on here. Okay.
Look at him. You can tell.
Soylent Green is a modest proposal, Anthony. You're right.
It sounds like Tokyo.
You gotta drink the Gatorade. You pour the Gatorade on the crop.
Right.
Okay, hold on. This ain't crazy.
Wait, they're cooking.
Someone's gotta describe this to me after, because I'm too Mario coded.
Okay. So far, it's a wholesome family fun movie.
All right, so that was it. Okay, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. I was thinking there was a bad fucking universe one. What's the one I'm thinking of?
Was
Fuck.
this
That's a pretty
Soylent,
goddamn bad universe.
was this a Soylent Green trailer, or what were you watching?
And no, it was
The dark. It's the darkest universes. I have like a fascination of listening to the world's darkest universes.
Hmm.
I don't. Y'all probably never played this, but the Bethesda game. Fuck, what's it called?
Oh, Skyrim.
No. It's their newer like chain of games. Oh, I'm drawing a blank because I don't really play video games like that. It's pretty much like a dystopian future where I guess you've left Earth, and then you start to find out that all these colonies on these different planets are doing like.
Are we talking about like
kinda these-
Starfield or whatever it's called?
No. I want to say it came out shortly before Starfield. Oh, fuck, what? Here, I'll just look it up. I don't know why I'm trying to guess. I can't read.
Oh, Big Soda, that one dude that debated Parker is live right now talking about Jay Dyer.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's how I found the video because Jay Dyer was talking shit about him. And,
Oh, really?
and yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he fucking hates it.
Oh, I was thinking of All Tomorrows. That's what I was thinking. My bad. Not Soylent Green. All Tomorrows.
Confluence.
What?
I have a very serious ethical question, but it's pretty personal. Is it okay if it's of a sexual nature?
Just ask.
Yeah, fine. I won't necessarily answer it, but go ahead.
Okay, do you think that it's unethical to jerk off to pictures of people who you've met in real life?
Yes.
What if it's your wife?
Okay.
Yeah, unless it's unless it's someone you're in a relationship with. But in general, yes. So whatever you're thinking of doing, Kirk, don't do it.
Okay.
He's watching your stream as we speak.
Oh,
I was
gonna say
that was the spit
that-
take. That was close.
Yeah, that was directly related to you, Confluence. I just wanted you to know that.
I hope not.
Why can't I find fucking...
Do you not think it's unethical, Kirk?
Well, if they don't know about it, then how are they being harmed?
Well, that's why I think a consequentialist moral framework is literally retarded. Okay. That's like saying, why can't you like desecrate a corpse, right? Like,
Why
hey,
can't
they don't know about it.
Why can't you?
First of all, because I'm a virtue ethicist. So by doing this, you're harming yourself. I also think you're like psychically harming the person, but that's a harder argument for me to prove. But I think
Well,
if
I'm
you
just
do that,
wondering,
you are
like,
causing
wait,
a
wait,
level
then-
of psychic harm.
Well, hold on. What do you call like science? Like to look for diseases and things like that.
What?
What, like looking for diseases and all that stuff. Like, what would you call that then?
Like, you're talking like autopsies and things like that?
Yeah, on a corpse. That's
Yeah.
that's technically desecrating a corpse.
Right. I guess yeah. You're right. To be more precise, I mean, yeah, like you're doing something to a corpse for like no like medical or scientific reason. You're just doing it for the love of the game because you want to just desecrate a corpse, you know?
Okay, so it just has to be for the love of the game. If it was for a purpose, now it's changed.
It can still be wrong, but then I think we'd have to look at that like case by case. So there was something as an example. There's something called like the Bodies exhibit. I don't know if it was. I think it was pretty international. It was at least going across Canada, and they were like, and I thought I was very against this because they were taking like corpses of
I
people.
know well.
Oh, you know about this? And they're okay. So they were like posing them in like football positions with like a real corpse, like holding a football, so you could like see his muscles and stuff. And a lot of the bodies were like did not agree to this, like when they were alive. A lot of them were like sketchily sourced or like and just I think taking people and like having the public gawk at them and making them like puppeteering them. There's something like so dark, and like so many people that I know went to that exhibit. I'm like, that's fucking insane. That's like so immoral. And this was at like museums across like North America, to my knowledge, maybe international. I think that's fucked up. So that's not necessarily love of the game. They're doing it for educational purposes. I would still call that desecration of a corpse. I would still say that's wrong. But then if it's not for the love of the game, then we'd have to look at it on a case-by-case basis and evaluate, is this a just thing to do?
I actually have an interesting one that you might then now hear, and this might be Confluence interesting. Okay, then what if
corpse, by the way?
What if you have the Phantom of the Opera scenario? Or not Phantom, it's Genetic Opera. Sorry, Genetic Opera scenario.
What is that?
The Genetic Opera?
Yeah.
The movie Genetic Opera, where people were able to purchase parts, and then functional parts, from donors, and then if they couldn't afford it, they could be repoed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it desecration. I think that's like other moral issues of like exploitation possibly and things of that nature.
Well,
but
specifically
like
the corpse that's getting its part removed.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a moral. I mean, like adding the capitalistic element to it, I think makes it a little like more fucked up. But yeah, in general, like I'm kind of ambivalent. Like, so I am not an organ donor. Like I will not sign that because frankly, I just don't trust it. That like if I'm like dying in a hospital and there's like some other person dying, that the doctor might be like, okay, well, hey, we really need like a kidney right now, or we need a heart, and hey, this guy, I mean, he's only got like a 20% chance of making it, so let's just let him die. I mean, we got like a 10-year-old down the hall. We'll just let him die and then move the heart over. So I don't fucking trust that. So no. But yeah, like if you could imagine a situation where, let's say we didn't have donor cards to fill out or whatever, and it's like, yeah, and let's say I'm on an island and Brandon dies, and let's say I somehow have the medical wherewithal to harvest his heart and put it into someone else, like Big Soda, who's dying, I would probably be like, hey, I think Brandon would want, and he might not want that, but I think I would be like, okay, I feel like
I'm gonna ever touch my heart.
I feel like I'm gonna steal Brandon's heart. And will I like eat a little bit of it to gain his power? Perhaps I would, right? So there is like it's honestly like kind of situation dependent.
Gain his power.
Sorry, you said something about dying on how you said if I'm dying on a hospital bed, and I said, God, I wish that was true. I am sorry. I actually felt bad.
I didn't hear you. I actually didn't hear you say that. So
good, Jesus, because I thought it was funny, and then I said it. I was like, oh fuck, I actually feel bad.
No, I did not hear you say that.
Right, yeah, that was on the nose.
There's gonna be a massive topic change, but I found the name of the game I was talking about. It's called Outer Worlds.
It's called what?
Outer Worlds.
Oh yeah. Okay. I never played it, but I know a bit.
I heard that.
The reason I brought it up is because I think in the first one, the first planet you go to, they're fucking turning people into fertilizer and then growing food out of it. And that Soylent Green reminded me of that because the whole time they're just trying to deny it and lie about it. And then eventually people find out and you got to make the decision to let it keep going or let the people starve. So it's a really fucked up game.
Sorry, do you guys remember Terminus from The Walking Dead? Any Walking Dead fans? Yeah.
Yes.
Not a Walking Dead fan.
That was pretty fucked up. They were, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched The Walking Dead, that will. But they were like, oh, they put signs everywhere being like, hey, this is a safe spot, just follow the train tracks or whatever. The place was called Terminus. And then they get there and everyone seems nice and stuff. But then what they really do is then they take you and then they slit your throat and then fucking bludgeon you in the back of the head and then fucking eat you. And that's how they've chosen to survive in the zombie apocalypse. And it's probably one of the most intense
what
scenes
season
of the
is that?
show, arguably. I think I want to say like season 3 or 4. It's like pretty early
I
on.
don't think it's that far. Yeah, it's like
I
2 or 3,
I got to the prison. Like once I got to the prison,
It's
and
just
I think-
after the prison. Yeah, it's just after the prison.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, then you're probably right. It probably is
I got
right
to
there.
the part where he was on a horse and he was overlooking a city.
It's like season 1.
Oh, yeah, that's how far I got. Yep, there.
It's like episode 1.
Yeah,
The
right
Walking
there.
Dead. Walking Dead, I think I'd like hate like usually like zombie stuff.
Actually, you know,
I would
now
say
that
it
I
would be
think
one of
about
the
it,
best shows I've seen if it wasn't for how shit it gets in the later seasons. How utter
Yeah.
goy
Oh,
slog
gets
it becomes.
brutal.
It's awful. And it's like it's awful for like 5 whole seasons. And I sat through all of that and it just gets progressively worse and worse and worse. And the last season becomes a class struggle for some reason. I don't the last season is just so stupid. Oh,
you know, now that I
God.
think about it, Brandon, I think I just saw that on a poster.
Wait,
he didn't even watch the
What
episode.
I think I just saw that on the. I just think I saw that on the poster. Now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I imagined when you said that. Actually,
Yeah.
but yeah, dude, I didn't even get through like I've rewatched The Walking Dead I think 3 times now. Still haven't made it to season 10 because it gets so trash. I don't know.
Boring.
It's
yeah,
super boring. Oh my
it's-
god.
It
They
made me
kill off all the
realize
good
how
people.
big of a difference there is, like how much actors depend, I think, on like I don't know who would be like the like scene direction, or I don't know if it's the director. I actually don't know, because like even the acting becomes horrific in the later seasons, but these are like good actors, but it becomes like I don't know if they're just given bad lines, or again bad scene direction, or there's not someone to say, hey, say the line this way. But like even like Dara, like Norman Reedus, who is an incredible actor, everything falls flat. Like everything is just awful. And I'm like, how is everything bad about this show, including the acting, when it's like good actors that are doing it? But I think it's just they've changed like showrunners, if I recall, and I think everything just like went to absolute shit. Like actually, just garbage.
The spin-offs?
Brandon, you're
I haven't seen any because I've been so blackpilled. Are the spinoffs good?
I haven't seen them either. I'm in the same boat. I refuse to watch them because I haven't finished the original season.
I've seen House of Dragons because of what they did to Game of Thrones.
I just started Game of Thrones. I've watched 1 episode.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Oh,
I too have only watched 1 episode of Game of Thrones.
Literally,
I will say,
sorry.
Some more than I have.
I won't ruin it because I think one of the spin-off series is a prequel, but it's a prequel about a knight that my wife's been watching, and it's in the Game of Thrones like a storyline, but it's like about a knight from like 70 years before the actual story, and it's kind of funny and pretty good. And so far, I think we're like 5 or 6 episodes into season 1, and it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, here's what I would do. I would watch season 1 of Game of Thrones and stop.
Really?
Well,
I have heard like the finale in the last season is garbage.
Yeah, I've heard just
yeah,
I've heard
but
just the ending is
here's
bad.
here's why I tell you this, because at least with season 1 you can say, yeah, I watched some Game of Thrones, right? If you keep watching, you're going to keep getting the build up, you're going to keep getting more invested, you're going to keep getting excited and edged, and then that final season is going to hit you like a freight train, and you're going to feel like the rest of us, bitter, old, and a boomer. I'm sorry, but don't fall in the trap.
Yeah, it'll put like 15 years on your life.
That's the year feminism killed us.
The first episode is so unhinged, though. There's so much like just abject degeneracy that happens. I've been told that like goes away in later seasons, but it's just like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
I always enjoyed the South Park rendition of Game of Thrones.
I have not seen that.
No, I
That's
have
fucking
either.
good. They go and meet the creator, and like they whatever the fucking fat chunky guy's name is. And like
J.R.R. Martin or something.
Yeah, the entire time he just keeps singing about floppy wieners. And so like they're trying to get him to fucking rewrite the last season, but he like the only thing he's obsessed with is floppy wieners, and he just keeps singing it over and over and over.
God, dude. It's so funny. They're grown ass men. We're grown ass men. We find floppy wieners hilarious. Isn't that like
Oh, bro.
sad, but also hilarious? Like, I don't give a fuck.
It's a human. It's very human, you know.
I mean, it's just like imagine like an opera, like an opera singer, like serious and all, just singing about floppy wieners.
What do you guys think about the GTA 6 leaks?
I refuse to watch them.
Coomer, like I called it.
I have Netflix. I don't know if they've released the hour
No,
trailer.
that's coming
No.
soon, but not yet.
I thought I would watch it. That seemed quite interesting.
Yeah, I'll watch that. I'm anti-leak. I mean, I think probably most people are.
Yeah. No, I'm
I don't want to see
anti-leak.
that shit. The guy,
It looks like Coomer shit.
the guy that's releasing the leaks supposedly has the game build. Like, he took a gun, wrote his name like in a wall with that gun to basically show like, hey, I have the fucking game. Now he's threatening Rockstar and Take-Two that if they release physical copies and a few other conditions, that he's going to release basically the entire game and spoil the ending.
That guy's such a fucking hack though. Like, God, I hate that guy so much, or that group. It's like the whole thing, right? Has like the crypto watermark throughout it. Like, so it's like they're trying to be like, oh, this is actually about like the save games or whatever the stupid movement is. You know, it's not a stupid movement. It's a, you know, but it's like, yeah, it's like bootstrapping these like moral points that most people agree on while also trying to do a pump and dump crypto. It's like, okay, that's probably like your main motive is probably the pump and dump crypto scheme. It's probably not really about the digital copies and all this shit.
And they're doing it to a gaming company who has consistently kind of gone above and beyond when it comes to the creation of their games, and will dedicate like years at a time to just one game.
Yeah, and actually
So I
putting
can
out like
understand doing
quality,
it like
quality material.
Yeah.
This isn't like fucking
Of course, it's
Ubisoft
business.
or whatever, you know?
You know, if all these people put out more time on things that are more important, like making sure that our fucking anime comes out dubbed at the same time the sub does, we'd have a lot more efficiency. That's all I'm saying. Like, if we could just direct their anger towards things that actually matter, like dubbing our anime, so I don't have to wait 20 weeks for the next fucking Exile of a Heavy Night, knowing how to game the system, episode 7!
That's crazy, Avarice. I hate subbed anime, or I hate dubbed anime.
Oh, I can't watch. I can't watch subs. I have to. I
you're
always watch
for real?
subs.
First
Yeah.
off, that just means that you're a Christopher Sabat hater and you can get the fuck out of here. Christopher Sabat is the greatest thing about anime known to man, and I'll fight people on that.
I mean, hey, next July, whenever the fucking next Comic-Con on, I guess we're gonna have to sign ourselves up for a fight, because I guess my biggest problem with fucking American translation is
if you say
when
Christopher
they do-
Sabat, I'm gonna beat you.
No. When they do like shonens and stuff like that, which I grew up on, for some weird reason, instead of getting a child actor to voice it, they go with fucking ugly ass females, and it fucking kills it, because the moment I fucking see that face of that
Blame
woman,
the Simpsons.
Yep.
Why are you looking at the just watch the anime. Also, it can cut in other directions, okay? Spirited Away, Dakota Fanning did the dub, and she did an incredible, fantastic job, okay? So that's an example where the dub
You
is,
just
in my
have a
opinion,
thing for girl
better.
with bug eyes. Shut the
Well,
fuck up.
how old was she, Confluence?
I don't know, like 12? She's like a kid.
That's what I just said.
Of
I
course,
said instead
Keelan
of
shows
using
up for the
children,
anime
they will use
conversation.
grown-ass, ugly adults to voice the fucking
Right, but I'm
kid.
saying at least agree in Spirited Away that was a good decision. Like they did good
Hello?
with the dubbing of Spirited Away.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Hi.
I mean, as
Hi,
long as
I'm
they
Keelan.
use a female child, I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. But it's like stuff. I mean, y'all probably haven't seen this stuff like Naruto, stuff like Pokemon, like the shit I grew up with. To find out my favorite voice actor is a fucking ugly ass female. It's the ugliest fucking females you can imagine.
Well, why you
It's
don't
just
just
like,
listen to
yeah.
the voice?
But
They're voice
hold on,
actors.
hold on. Big Soda,
No, yeah,
Tara
eventually you
Strong.
meet them, and then
Tara
you're like,
Strong has
"This
it
is
going on.
disgusting." You say what?
Tara Strong has it going on.
No.
I am
Fucking-
doing
You
a
don't think
Noro
she was
Palatinate
attractive?
Ensign, yes.
Naruto's dubbed. The only redeeming quality that Naruto has for its dubbed is the fucking Madara voice actor. Outside of that, all of them, eh.
Oh my god. You deny Christopher Sabat one more time, I'm gonna kick you in the dick.
Wait, who does tell me who he dubs for? Or I guess what anime is he dubbed on?
All of them.
Even Naruto?
You just can't compare the Naruto's dub to the sub. Like the sub is just way too good.
That's what I'm saying. I guess maybe I'm biased in the fact that to me, Naruto sub is on a god tier level. Outside of the one exception that the Madara American voice actor is fucking weird. His voice fits the.
You have to admit that the
He's
dub
still
solo
not-
leveling is way better than the subbed.
Never seen that anime.
It's a good one, Keelan. I think you would like it.
Well, Lobster's talking about it. You can see Lobster.
Oh, Lobsters too. Look at that. Hey, Lobster.
I want to finish Jujutsu Kaisen. That seems like a good anime.
Lobster and I are on the same page.
Where are you at, Keelan?
I just finished the last season that they released on Netflix, so
Okay. Oh, you're way ahead of me. Okay. So, yeah, I just started. I think season 2, episode 11.
it's so like the animation is so great.
Well, it reminds me a lot of Demon Slayer, except I kind of vibe with the story a little more.
Yeah,
Lobster,
That's
have you
because
gone and subbed to my new channel?
it's a basic ass shonen.
Yeah. Wait. What's a basic ass shonen?
Jujutsu Kaisen. That's why I like it so much. I like basic ass shonen.
I would say so. I would say they avoid a little bit of the, or I guess it's some of that newer school shonen. So it's like, I guess what I mean by that
I get
is
tired of you
there's a
doing
lot
the
more
same
depth.
jumps over and over and over and over again.
I'm on an attempt. This is the last jump. If I get this jump, I get the star.
Yeah, Confluence fucking sucks at Mario. He always does the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, he just plays these like little 30-second Mario games.
I was so close. I was so fucking close. I was at the last jump, and this is like the hardest star of the fucking game, and I fucking beefed it. I fucking beefed it.
They'll fucking do the same move for fucking 5 hours.
Yeah, that's
hours.
called practice. Mario Kaizo is divided into 2 steps. You practice each individual segment, and when you get good enough, then you start doing attempts. So now I'm on attempts because I've practiced the individual segments enough. So now everything you're seeing is full attempts, not just the same jumps over and over again.
It looks like
it's not even a fucking game. It's a fucking, you're like training something. You're like training an AI probably.
I'm training myself. You know what? People even do this because, actually there is something called tasks. So people will say sometimes during attempts, they'll be like, tell me how many breakdances to do, which you're not going to see this until a hot minute. And then someone will call it out to know that it's a real person doing it. So this is an actual thing that does happen because people in the Kaizo community have been caught cheating before. And so, it's common practice if you're on like a very good thing for someone to do, hey, do 8 breakdances. And then if the person does it, then it's, not a person.
Does Ivor know this isn't a Mario community?
Well, Mario, Ivor knows me from the Mario community, but.
Boy, me and Ivor had a great conversation today. Unlike that fucking cuck lefty, Let's Chief.
That's just because Ivor doesn't care about, like, what you think of him.
Oh no, that's fair too. Wait, he does live in like Nazi Germany or something like that.
That's true.
He is. I need to ask him more about his political opinions because he seems to be an odd guy.
He is very up to date on driver license law.
On the internet, we're all odd.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's not like.
If you
he's
don't
definitely not-
believe me, just look at Confluence right now. He thinks it's okay to be on camera with a cowlick that big.
Look, I did my hair in a different direction today, Avarice, okay? Don't at me.
It's better than him dying it. I will say that.
But Ivor is odd in that he has reasonable political opinions.
I think that's fair.
He's like a kind of a typical liberal kind of guy.
He is
unless
definitely
his
not.
driver's
He is
license or whatever,
definitely
then
not.
Then he's just got
he's
something
not
like
a leftist.
He's not a typical liberal.
Remember
He's a
when I
typical
first came in here?
liberal for like German standards.
Remember when I first came in here? People were calling you a leftist, Confluence.
Yeah, Emmett was,
Yeah.
if I recall.
Yeah, you fucking come on the Confluence panel and you're automatically a leftist to like 80% of the
Confluence is just an uneducated leftist. Like, he just needs some more education in the leftist arts, and he'll be one.
Oh, is that what it is?
I gotta get some like re-education, maybe, right?
What
Keelan?
am I?
was gonna say, Keelan, send him to the camps.
See, Ivor thinks I am already am a leftist. So, wait, did I say Ivor? I meant to say Anson.
Well, everyone's a leftist to Anson.
Yeah.
Anson is like, it's like he's trying to steel man the conservative position. I can't believe he believes half the shit he says because it like sounds like he shouldn't based on his own argumentation.
I think that's like the name of the game. Just keep justifying further right positions. And then you do a massive unicorn effect, and then somehow it turns you into a libertarian. Or did I say unicorn? I meant horseshoe.
Okay, I was confused by that.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I mean, technically, unicorns wear fucking horseshoes. Technically.
They wear unicorn shoes, bro. Okay, we're at the final jump again. We're at the final jump.
Save scum it.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we fucking got it. Take that, you haters. Keelan, Avarice, haters in chat. Get fucking wrecked. We fucking got it.
Okay.
Keelan, you wish you had my gaming skills. You can't even imagine what it's like to game as good as me. I got that dexterity. I got that mental perspicacity. It all just comes together in a confluence of everything, every part of my being to beat these
Except in
incredibly
chess.
hard games.
Except in chess.
Well, what I find crazy is
Especially chess.
how long have I been in your community, Confluence? It's
2
been a hot
years.
minute.
Probably
Probably
like,
a couple weeks.
I want to guess like 4 months. Maybe
Yeah,
3
all of
months.
this. The reason I started coming was because Jacob started coming on your panels.
So you
Oh, wow.
followed him?
That's his Jewish overlord. He has to.
Jacob
That's kind of
hasn't
weird.
been around in a while. Unfortunately, Jacob would get kind of grossly mistreated. Now, some of the people that would mistreat
Yeah.
Jacob are gone, like especially the dude, which I thought that was such cancerous rot. Every time when Jacob would come on, no matter what the topic was, the dude would just like immediately just like fucking ply him with like, well, what do you think about the Hasidic community? And you know, what about the inbreeding? And what about this? What about it's just like no matter what we were talking about, we could have a good discussion about something completely unrelated, and it would just be like all the bad stuff with the Hasidics. It's just like fucking tired ass shit.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying it's crazy how I found your community through Jacob, and yet now I come here consistently, even though Jacob almost never comes here.
Yeah. Jacob
That
will come
is
here
so
when
interesting.
Jacob will come here when asked. Like if I do a special summon Jacob, he will show up. But yeah, he doesn't usually seem to join his own volition.
Well, I think you should do more panels about like foreign policy and like Middle East stuff, so that way we get more Jacob on here.
Only if you ban
Yeah.
Kirk for those panels.
Why?
Because you
That's not-
don't know anything about foreign policy.
Yeah, I do. I've literally read a book that talked about Jewish history, and it mentioned early Zionism in the book.
Okay.
That means I at least know some things about foreign policy, at least relating to Israel and the Middle East.
What book did you read?
It was a book about Jewish history. I forgot the name of it, but it did mention
You
the early
realize,
Zionists.
like, there's so much else going on, right?
All right, we'll be back. I got some shit to do. Love you guys.
All right, love you,
I
Avro.
mean, original claim was I know nothing about foreign policy. So now you're just saying I don't know a lot about foreign policy, because that's true.
Is
You originally think
0.0 is 0.0 repeating and eventually a 1, like infinite zeros and then eventually a 1? Is that nothing or is that something?
Well, that's nothing, but that's not how much I know. I know like 20% foreign policy.
No, you don't.
20%
Well, then I
right.
guess we can agree to disagree.
You said you read a
wait.
book that contained early Zionism, and you're claiming you know 20% about foreign policy. That's
Not- well,
insane.
that was-
20% is
no, that's-
insane.
I'm being hyperbolic, but no, I it's not just from the book.
So you concede
I
the
do
fucking
watch
point, Kirk.
foreign
You
policy.
concede the point.
I do. I know. I take sources that talk about foreign policy, like Fox News and CNN and.
Oh my
other-
god,
and
I'm
other
gonna
sources
fucking
like
kill
news.
myself in Minecraft.
Oh, Kirk.
I do watch sources that talk about foreign policy. Yes, I do.
Man, the least you could do is Reuters. Like, that's the least you could do.
I've seen some AP.
Okay, that's better than Fox News.
Fox
The
News is
least you
better than
could
AP
do.
because
The
AP has a
least you
false
could-
sense
Fox
of
News is
neutrality.
better than the
Oh my
Associated
God.
Press? Bro.
Yes, it's more biased, but it's more biased to the correct position, which is the right wing position.
This
That's
explains
actually
so fucking
insane.
much.
This is like when Section
Fox News is
230
worse than
was
Indian
calling
Times.
Reuters a bad journalistic outlet when he was
Well,
fighting
hold on,
with somebody.
hold on. Big Soda, do you even like Fox News?
No. I will go out of my way to remove myself away from a like Fox News, CNN, any type of 24-hour news show. I tend to avoid.
Big Soda is deep on the right, Kirk, and even he says Fox News is absolute shit.
Well, A, that's not
I'm
what he said, and
paraphrasing.
B,
I'm
I don't have
paraphrasing.
I don't have to let someone else think for me about this. I can make up my own mind about what.
Yeah, you just
sources
need
I
Fox
found.
News to think for you.
I was about, damn it, he beat me to it.
I mean, do you think Fox News? Yes, they have a right wing bias, but I agree. I think the right
They
wing bias
have
is
a right-wing bias. It's more than that. They're also sensationalists. Like you can't trust most of what they say.
Well, I don't listen to Tucker Carlson, for example, but he's not at Fox News anymore.
Okay. You
Look,
would actually
Tucker-
get a
Tucker
step up
is-
from
Tucker
Fox
is-
News.
Yeah, Tucker, it's like, well, I think way better than Fox News, in my opinion.
He's an anti-Semite.
Oh wow, is that how you judge your news?
First of all, I think that's crazy. I think Tucker is like insane, and I think he's almost certainly like bought and paid for by Russia. But I don't think he's like actually anti-Semitic.
He is anti-Semitic. He literally has hosted Nick Fuentes on his show.
I would host Nick Fuentes on my show.
That
I guess
doesn't-
maybe you'd call me
hosting-
anti-Semitic.
Well, I don't think you're anti-Semitic if you host him on his show. But he also didn't push back on him.
He's a fucking Oh my god.
If you're a journalist and you're hosting someone who's insane like Nick Fuentes, you should push back on him.
Well, the question is like you're bringing someone on your show for a particular reason. Are you there to change his mind or to have him state why he believed what he believed?
Right, would you rather him do a fucking Pierce Morgan? Pierce Morgan pushed back a lot on Fuentes. It was like a god-awful fucking interview that like no one liked Pierce Morgan's behavior in it at all. But he pushed back. He had all the clips. He fucking clip chimped to hell. He wouldn't let Nick talk. He overtalked. He like it was a disaster for Pierce, even though Pierce is like probably right about a lot of what he's saying about Fuentes, but it's a fucking disaster.
Are you just
Wait, I didn't know enough about
anyone
I
who's
haven't
ever
seen
been
that
on Piers
specific
Morgan?
interview. But
Oh.
if you're, but no one should host Nick Fuentes on without pushing back. Like that's just a red line. If you're gonna host someone who's like a neo-Nazi or a communist
I
or
wouldn't
some
call. I
other
don't know if
political
I'd call
extremist, you should
Nick
push back.
a neo-Nazi, by the way.
He literally has made a joke where he's talking about putting like cookies in ovens and comparing it to the Holocaust.
Yeah, I know.
I have made that same joke. Am I a neo-Nazi?
Well, the difference is Nick actually does think that that it is probably like a couple 100,000 Jews that died in Holocaust, unless you think too big soda. But
He said 7 to 10 million. He overestimated.
Look, I know that's what he said, but I think in his heart of hearts,
cat thing again.
Well,
do you not see why it's good to push back on political
Whoa!
extremists?
I can't believe you just said that.
As a journalist, no. Like, if you were there to invite someone on your show, the whole goal is to have them expose their ideas. If you're sitting there pushing back, then you're not doing journalism. You're just doing whatever the fuck, I don't know, a talk show.
A better example would be when Tucker Carlson went to Russia and he was like, Russia's actually better than the US.
look at these grocery stores. They're so beautiful.
I mean,
Yeah, I do think he's also
a
a Russian. He also is a Russian stooge, but also I'm saying more important than Russian stooge is or not more important, but also important is the fact that he hosted Nick Fuentes without pushing back. Like Confluence, like how do you feel if someone hosted a Stalinist and they didn't push back on a Stalinist? Like, would you say that's fine?
Yeah, if it depends. Yeah, if they're just like trying to get their opinion, yeah, I think that's fine. Again, I'd rather like I understand what you're saying. Like maybe there's certain things that I think maybe Tucker could have like pushed back more on, but if I had to pick between watching that or again the Piers Morgan style of which was fully pushback, right? You could never say that against Piers. They didn't push back. It's fucking worthless interview, right? So it's like, yeah, maybe Tucker could do a little more in certain areas. Like I'm not denying that, but I think that's a better style. Like he could have asked better questions. Maybe he could have said a little bit more stuff. But yeah, I would take that over the Pierce thing.
Like, why is just letting someone talk and expose their own views? Like, why is that a bad thing? Like, why do you have to push back?
If the person supports something that's obviously hateful and violent, because then you're basically
It's really interesting that you're
enabling
saying
that.
this, Kurt. It's really interesting that you're saying this.
This is the same thing CNN says about Donald Trump. It's the same thing that CNN said about MAGA. It's the same. Like, it's literally the same
But
thing.
the difference is that Donald Trump is not hateful and violent the same way Nick Fuentes
You know,
is.
Kirk,
to
I
your
actually
opinion.
completely agree with you. Horseradish should not let you back on his channel.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, push
did.
back on him, kill him. He's a neo-Nazi.
You said you shouldn't host someone who's...
Here we are. I'm here, your resident Jaceberg. What's going on here?
Hey, Elder.
What's going on?
He's doing a little J
Elderline, what are your views on the Jews?
I think they're evil.
There's no way that's not toss.
It's probably a little
Well,
toss.
how is that any different than I guess you saying that Nick Fuentes is evil?
Because Nick Fuentes is
Nick
evil.
Fuentes is not a protected class.
Well, yeah,
first of
well,
all.
you know. Well, you know.
He is Mexican.
You know, some people might think that about the other thing.
He's an illegal immigrant, Confluence. He's a part of the protected class.
Elder Line, I'm getting some chat messages saying you're a leftist. Is this true?
Well, who's calling me that? A libertarian who is innately more leftist than anything that I ever am or represent?
Oh, it looks like Emmett's calling you that.
Oh, yeah. I doubt that.
Okay, I don't know. I guess we can agree to disagree, but like, so you would say that just to
You know,
confluence that you don't think.
something that's pissing me off, and I'm just going to interrupt you, is that you seem to take really hard stances up until somebody who has the direct opposite view to you comes up or starts to interact with you on panels, and it's pissing me off. It's really pissing me off. I don't like it.
Well, too bad.
Well, you
I
just
don't-
stood up to yourself about being fucking soy as fuck. I don't like that either. Because now you're contradictory. Your nature is contradicting itself now.
Elderline, can you do me a favor?
That's even worse.
Can you do a
No.
Stone Cold Steve
Well, anyway.
Austin impression?
I don't even know who that is.
Based.
That's crazy.
Who doesn't know who
Deport Elder Lion.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is?
Don't pay attention to TV and shit.
He knew he was on TV. He knows a little bit about
He
it.
knows something. He knows something.
I know
just
that
hiding
there's
it.
wrestling.
The lady doth protest.
Oh,
it
there
too
you
much.
go.
There's wrestling, and there's somebody by that name that people watch a lot of wrestling, and they use that a lot. That's it.
Knows an awful
Is he-
lot.
To be fair, he's not a wrestler.
Yeah, because I
He's
live
a
in the South.
wrestler. There's a
Well,
difference.
Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass.
He does say that.
No, like, I don't know. Do you think that there should just be blanket journalistic neutrality in all cases? Like, there should be no stance of a journalist on any political issue. They should just be neutral and just give the facts.
I think it depends
In a
what
perfect
you're
world.
doing as a journalist. If you're doing like gonzo journalism, it's going to be different than if you're like just trying to like report like the boots on the ground facts of what's happening in like Iran, right? Like those are like different things.
Okay. Yeah. So, and you would say that it's more productive to let someone who has heinous views express themselves, so that way they can air out their position rather than pushing back, because pushing back won't necessarily be productive.
I think there's an amount of pushback. That's fine. It just depends what you're trying to do, right? It really does depend. So like I wouldn't give a blanket statement about like any one thing, I guess, if that makes sense.
I'll give a blanket statement. Journalists need to be journalists.
What if
Talk
someone
show
comes on the
host-
show and they start talking about how like rape and murder is okay and good and people should do it?
Then you cut it. You just cut all the bad parts out and just leave all the funny parts and just.
Well, then that's not neutral.
Yeah, neutrality's kind of gay.
Well, I didn't say
okay with
anything.
Well, it is
censoring.
kind of gay.
Just
Well, actually, that's
censor
an
all the
insult to
Blue
gays.
Jays. Censor all the Blue Jays. Censor all the atheists. Censor them all. Put them all in jail, actually.
Damn, we're gonna need a lot of jails.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
for the Jews, but for the atheists.
They're trying
the
to build
Jews,
a
Oh, yeah.
prison.
The Jews will only need like 6
This is
million.
my theory. This is what I think we should do. We should go ahead. We already have a place that's filled with absolute degenerates anyway. We got Australia, right? We just take Australia. We just put all the degenerate people there, and then it's all good. It's all fun after that.
Okay, so just repurpose it into what it was before, a prison colony.
Yes.
I'm
Why don't we
sold.
do that with
the British
Georgia?
Empire had
Why don't we
a-
do that with
right.
Georgia?
Georgia has. It depends on which Georgia you mean, but both of them are in proximity to other lands. So then we'd have to build this big wall of shit. That's a whole fucking disaster that waiting to happen. Then we got to put guards on it. Why not just put them on an island and then like put a line of like battleships in front of it? Anybody tries to get off the island, boom, just gone.
Wasn't
Plus,
Georgia
Australia
a
has a
prison colony at
natural
one point?
defense of like poisonous animals and like dangerous animals, so at least kind of like it keeps them from overpopulating.
Yeah. And, there's only certain parts you could live in Australia. It'd be a very densely packed area. They'd have to figure stuff out. They'd have to learn how to not be complete fucking retards. So it'd be good for them.
Drop them all in the outback, in the middle of the outback.
Yeah, like Hunger Games or whatever the fuck it is, where they just drop you in.
Yeah, we
and
could have like
you
some
figure it
guy.
out.
We could get like a TV crew, send them in there every once in a while, make some Hunger Games out of it.
Make it an afraid prison edition.
It'd be fucking fantastic. And like, imagine like, I don't know, a week out of the year, you just broadcast on national TV a fucking Hunger Games in Australia.
Yeah, the winner can get go out off the island for 15 minutes, not any longer than that though.
Yeah, we'll put him on a boat. We'll swim
Podesta?
about 50 miles out.
I remember Podesta. He hasn't been around in a hot minute.
Wait, which Podesta?
Our Podesta, I'm assuming.
Okay, the one without the emails.
Yeah. Although it could be the same Podesta. Maybe we never considered that.
True. He did talk about emails a lot.
Has anyone seen Emmett?
I have seen myself.
Oh,
holy
hey,
shit, he's here.
Is it Papa Emmett?
Did you finish your video, Emmett?
I'm done.
You know what would be hilarious? If you made a debate between me and Emmett about the Trinity.
I don't think Emmett would debate
I'm
you.
not going to debate it with you. It's impossible. You know why, right?
No, I don't.
Because I would need to
You
go
just-
through church doctrine, and I can't.
Oh. Why are you so low energy lately?
I'm low energy. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Lately you've been low energy.
I literally called somebody a dork yesterday. He was retarded.
That's like the most
That's-
mild thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. You had such a pleasant conversation with Tyler, you didn't call him retarded once.
Because he wasn't, and he actually answered my questions, and we had a back and forth. And I didn't like he didn't lie to me. If you lie,
Emmett, your accent is hilarious. Like, we were there back and forth. I'm sorry. Your accent
Shut the
is
fuck
hilarious.
up, Kirk.
Wait. I
He
want to make
didn't-
sure that I'm hearing this right. Can we make fun of the way Kirk talks now?
yes,
I think we can, yeah.
because he's a man. So the way that I would look at it is, if you don't lie to me and you don't say, if you pretend to know something you actually don't know and then lie about it, I will call you a retard because I believe that is retarded. But if you have, if you during the debate you're actually having a debate, you don't have to go. You don't have to be mean in the debate. You can just have the debate.
I don't think that's true.
Can we think about like the letters that Kirk can't pronounce? I think he struggles with R's.
I think he's struggling with not being a fairy.
I want to hear Kirk say the N word and see which G he pronounces.
Well, you should have been here before the stream started.
Damn it! Is it the first
Yeah,
G
you know,
or the
Kirk,
second G that you hear?
I completely agree with deplatforming people who are racist or anything or hateful, and that's why I think you shouldn't be allowed on Horseradish.
Well, I don't think I said we should deplatform. I said we shouldn't platform them on specifically journalists and not push back on them. I didn't say you should be deplatformed from social media.
You only want to platform journalists? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying if you're a journalist, you should not host someone who is like a terrible person without pushing back on them.
So I can decide who the terrible person is?
No.
Why not? You think you're a terrible person and you should be completely platformed. Because you don't care about my feelings, for example.
I do care about your feelings.
Yeah,
No, you
and then
don't.
push back.
I told you directly that I feel bad when you asked me to lie about your whatever you think you are, and then you
Oh my
literally
God.
told me that you didn't care. So yeah, fine.
How is this happening that we're gonna end up in a pronouns discussion? from
Let's
this?
fucking go. Give me that dopamine, baby.
I mean, Keelan, I find it ironic how you don't respect my pronouns as a leftist.
How is that ironic? I'm not a fucking liberal.
Most leftists that I know do respect like pronouns.
Name one.
every single leftist I've met.
Name fucking one, Kurt.
Vosh. There.
Wait, you've met Vosh? You've talked to Vosh?
Well, you're asking me to name a leftist who respects
my
pronouns. I
God,
don't know that
he's-
many leftists in IRL.
No,
You were
you said
actually
the one you met.
you were actually the worst liar I've ever encountered.
I didn't lie. What do you mean met? I haven't met any, like, other than you and other than, like, a couple of people who I haven't really talked to that
Let's
much.
talk
I don't
about it
know
for a
any,
little
like,
bit. Let's talk about
leftists.
this a
I know
little bit.
liberals.
Let's talk about a lie that you
if you
told
want an
earlier.
example
First
of
of
a
all,
liberal,
first of all, Ancom Sai would be an example of a leftist that respects your pronouns. That would be an example of one. And you actually have met him, so why not just say him? It's the fucking
well, I
Vosh who you haven't
forgot.
met.
I forgot about him.
Well, you're dreaming about him. How did you forget him?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You know, I
Ancom
I
Sai,
respect
that's a
about
good
other men
example.
besides Confluence. That's weird, man. You gotta stay loyal
I
at
respect
least, even if
most
you're gay.
people. I respect most people's pronouns, but you know, like, I just don't like putting the effort in for some people.
I don't respect anybody's pronouns. The pronouns that I use for you is whatever my perception is. Why
You respect
why
my
would you-
pronouns.
I don't. If you talk like a girl, I would call you a she.
Yeah, that'd be respecting.
If you
my-
look
it-
like a she, I would call you a she because that's how you look like. But that would be you deceiving me. And if I know you're a man, I would call you a he, and then I would call you a fairy.
What do you
Different
think
word.
about the fact that Prince released an entire album where he sang as though he was a woman?
He is a fairy. How complicated it is to understand what is my idea.
Okay.
What would I call him?
Yeah, but do you like Prince?
He's something like you fucking fairy.
But do you like Prince?
Say hello.
Shut up, baby
Do you like
soda.
Prince's music?
Oh, baby soda.
Emmett,
Stop screaming.
Hmm?
If you're sorry,
Do you-
say
do you like-
sorry.
do you like Prince's music, Emmett?
No, because I've never heard him.
You've never heard Prince?
I don't like Prince's music. I'm not gonna lie. Bro makes
That's
so
crazy.
Bro is so prolific and has just made so many songs that are just unironically mid. He has
What are you
he has like
talking
30 something albums and they're just not good. They're
Yeah,
just actually
but
not
he
good.
he has some very good songs though.
I don't
He
know.
does have
I've
some good
tried. I've tried. I've been like, what's the really good Prince songs? You know, seeing what the most popular ones at least are, which I guess maybe those aren't the good ones. And I'm just like, this is just like, it's not that good. It's not that good.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
actually like
I don't know.
an unpopular opinion.
I'm
Very
sure it is.
unpopular.
I'm sure it is, but I just
That's
yeah.
like saying Jim Brown isn't the best football player of all time.
Don't talk about
That's
your
right.
goy ball to me.
Well, he's
Well,
not
the
saying
answer
that.
to
Check
that
it
is
out.
I just
Goy
don't.
ball. You do realize there are Jewish people interested in football, right?
Yeah, there's Jewish
Yeah, we
people.
do.
There's
There's
Jewish people that watch freaking Marvel movies. It's still goy slop.
That's not by definition. Goy slop is when it's made for non-Jews.
You gonna let him talk to you like that, Confluence?
No, I mean Kirk knows he's just wrong on this. Okay.
I'm not wrong. If it's made for non-Jews, it's made for non-Jews.
Kirk, goy slop means when Confluence doesn't like it.
Oh, well, that's a
Sometimes.
terrible definition.
Sometimes. But sometimes what I mean is that no one ought to like it, and that you are in fact a filthy goy if you like it. Sometimes I mean that.
Well, I am a goy,
You're
so
a
I
goy,
do.
Confluence.
I'm not a filthy goy. I'm not a filthy goy.
You're kneeling on me. Sit over there.
Well, then why not say filth slop? Why say goy slop? What does being a goy have to do with it?
It's because it's a fun thing. It's a fun term, you goy.
It's anti-Semitic.
Wow.
People who say goy slop are always anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic.
Everything is anti-Semitic to Kirk. Everything.
First of all, Keelan just said the K thing that I
Yeah.
usually do. And second
What are
of
you
all,
talking about? I called you Kirk.
yeah, you emphasize the K.
What the what?
Kirka.
You are quite possibly the most sensitive person I've ever met in my life, and it makes me really want to bully you. I really want to just bully the shit out of you. I just want to make you I actually want to make you cry. That's how angry you make me.
Well,
Kirk.
fuck you, bitch.
No, he's
I
so
don't even think you
feisty.
understand what that means. They had no bite in it. Do you
What do you
understand
think
that?
his parents think when they hear him like saying this stuff to people on the internet? Like
Yeah,
they
I'm
must hear
curious
him.
too. Yeah, they must.
Probably just
They're
like,
like,
probably
it-
roll. Oh,
What do
there's
they
Kirk
think? What do
doing
they think
his
he's
little
up
internet
to?
thing again.
They're like, at least he's not peeing in the jar.
Don't even.
But anyway, I don't even know how we got this. The bottom line is, Keelan, Ancom Psycom respects my pronouns. You should follow his example.
I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do.
Based,
No,
red
but
pilled.
why ought him follow his example?
Because it's wrong to misgender someone.
I'm sure Ancom Psycom would be upset with me for not doing it, but I also think he wouldn't care.
Why is it wrong?
I don't
to
think that's true.
do that? Can you explain that to me?
What?
Why is it wrong to misgender someone?
Because then you're being impolite.
Kirk, why do you only bring this up when it's convenient for you?
So if it is the
99% of the people here, I don't even have a chance of convincing because they're all on the right. But the two people on the left, only one of them who are on this panel, which is you and Ancom, are only Ancom respects it.
That left and right is not an actual dichotomy. Okay, it involves a lot of different groups and different ideas in group. They just are pretending to be part of a team when it comes to politics because they align more to their core beliefs, either with the left or the right, because the political dichotomy is real, but the group dichotomy is not. So he can do whatever he wants when it comes to him respecting or not. Now, can you please tell me why is it wrong?
Because I think it's impolite. That's why.
Ought I be polite?
Because being polite is the right thing to do.
Is it polite to ask people to lie?
No, but it's not a lie. Pronouns have nothing to do with a lie.
You're asking me to lie. Are you actually a woman?
No, I'm non-binary.
Are you actually non-binary?
Yes.
Do you have a dick?
Yes.
Okay, you're not non-binary. It's that simple. Thank you. So, why are you asking me to be impolite and then pretending that I need to be polite?
If you want to be called he, him,
No,
right?
I don't called anything. I want you to use your perception to understand what the fuck I am and don't be a retard.
Well, but Emmett, to push back, you don't necessarily care about that because you said even if someone was went like you couldn't clock them, they like appeared as a woman, as you would say that's deception. As soon as you found out that they were technically a man, then you would. So it's not about really how they come across, right?
Yes, because you are what you are. So if you deceive
Right.
people,
So it's not about the perception. You don't use. That's not why
are
you're
lying
choosing
to
to
me.
use the pronouns you're using. Even if someone fully came across as a woman, you would still not use their preferred pronouns,
If
right?
somebody had a woman and I didn't know it was a man, I would use she because that's how she pretends or he
Right.
presents.
But as
right?
soon
I
as
would
you
do
figured
whatever-
it out, then you would stop doing that. So you don't really actually care about you use the perceptions because you think that's the most accurate thing to do at the time. That's not what you actually care about.
Yeah, but that person would be doing something impolite. That person will be presenting themselves as something they're not. So they will be impolite. They will be doing something that they ought not do, which is lying.
That's fine, but I don't think you actually care. You only care about perceptions for the initial thing. What you actually care about is what they actually are on like an ontological level, I guess, right?
So let me put it this way, because maybe this is the way that you will understand it. When somebody gets raped, you don't go to that person and it's like, oh, it's your fault that you got raped. If somebody deceives me, it's not my fault that that person deceived me when it comes to the moral action.
Right. You're agreeing with me. I'm just saying you don't actually care about how you don't actually care about how someone comes across. You just use that because that's your best like information available at the time.
I care because they're lying.
I know.
Oh, then I fucking care, okay? So stop asking me to be impolite. Stop asking me to be immoral. Okay, that is the point. Why are you asking me to be immoral, Kirk?
Well, maybe we have different conceptions of morality, because I think it's moral to
Okay, should
respect
you
someone's
lie?
different opinions.
What do you lie in your moral system?
I don't think saying correct pronouns of someone is a lie.
It's a lie. Once again, do you have a dick?
That doesn't mean I'm not non-binary, though.
That is exactly what it means. You
Well,
live in binary. Are you an intersex in some kind of way? I would be way more likely to be like, well, maybe you're intersex. You have some kind of genetic defect. I will go with. I will have more grace. Do you? Do you have that?
I don't have a genetic defect of being non-intersex or whatever.
Okay, perfect. Then you don't get any fucking grace. You're a man. Actually.
Would you call him they them if he was intersex?
I would have more grace.
But would you call him they them?
Yeah, I would probably have more like if they were actually having some kind of trouble because of their genetic condition, I would be way more likely to be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna call you they them. I'm gonna try to understand your actual problem in the world, but I'm not gonna allow a fucking retard who has absolutely nothing and pretends that he has some kind of genetic defect, and because of them he's gonna ask me to change my language. Fuck that, and fuck those guys. They deserve to be shown. They deserve to be told, no, fuck you, okay? I'm not gonna call you what you're not, and you're not gonna ask me to lie and then pretend that it's impolite because I don't wanna lie.
Yeah, they deserve to be shunned.
Yeah.
Send them to Australia.
Well, see, the weird thing, Kirk, is so based on, I guess, your moral principles of the whatever the fuck Noahides believe, it seems like you're okay breaking your own principles of morality. So why would you be upset that someone else doesn't adhere to your sense of morality if you're not willing to follow
Why did I
your
say
own
that I'm
morality?
okay with breaking my own sense of morality?
Because you've lied, correct?
In the past, but A, that was once, and B, I'm sorry for it. That doesn't mean I think it's okay.
But in the moment, you were okay excusing that morality for the sake of winning trivia.
Well, yeah, but I can't go back in time, as I said, so it's like, it's kind of a moot
See, you're
point.
not
Like,
actually sorry for it. You're not actually sorry for it. Like, the language you're using is proving that you're not actually sorry for it.
No, I am sorry for it.
You're like, but it was just one time.
If
But
you were sorry,
I
you
can't
would
go
admit
back
that
in
you
time.
cheated in the last trivia, Kirk. Dead ass. If you were actually
I
sorry.
didn't cheat in the last trivia.
See, not sorry.
But no, I am sorry for when I actually cheated, but I didn't cheat last trivia, so I'm not sorry for it because I didn't cheat.
Well.
Yeah, but I don't believe you because you're literally asking me to lie. Why would I believe a liar that asked me to lie?
And
your opinion that I'm not non-binary isn't a lie.
It's not an opinion, it's a fact. Once again, I ask you, do you have some kind of genetic disorder?
If you're not binary,
No, I don't have
are
a
you
genetic
binary?
disorder, but I'm talking about gender. I'm not talking about sex. Gender is my psychological phenomena.
It's not a psychological phenomena, it's a physiognomical phenomena that it has to do directly with your gender, which is your genome, which is what the fuck you are. You're a man, act like one. Man up. Stop being a pussy.
Hey, Emmett, my kids are around.
Baby Soda's watching.
I didn't know. Why? Okay, I'm not gonna.
Your grandchild can hear you, Emmett. You need to tighten up.
Not going to be sorry for you allowing to have your kids watching.
Hey, Baby Soda is a Confluence super fan.
If I have my kids near Confluence, I will.
Hey, I don't keep them near
fair,
him.
if the kid's been listening to this whole string of Confluence at all, like this isn't the worst. This is not the worst.
Oh no, yeah, this is
the
not
worst.
the-
Yeah, I'd say this is G-rated. In fact,
This is definitely not G-rated.
Suitable for all audiences.
it's PG-13.
No.
I'll grant that.
Well, okay, we got to kick Kirk out then.
Oh yeah, that's true then. You don't have parental
What do you mean?
supervision to be here, Kirk.
No, because I'm 18.
Allegedly.
That's so stupid. No, that's so stupid.
I think I'm
Well,
gonna go
I don't-
open a credit card for my child, so that way she doesn't end up like
And then
Kirk.
Confluence. You know what? Confluence. I'm just gonna start using she/her pronouns for you and see how you feel.
I already said I wouldn't give a fuck.
Well, then we'll see. We'll see.
Confluence a woman all the time.
Mrs. Confluence.
I always call Confluence a woman.
Yeah, water
Yeah,
off a duck's
Confluence.
back.
Hey, are you bothered? Are you hot and bothered right now?
That'd
Like, Confluence, are you gonna get upset if I just start calling you ostrich?
be so mad. I'm not an
You
ostrich.
ostrich.
Stop calling me an ostrich. I'm a human being.
Somebody asked me not long ago if I was actually racist, and I said, "Yeah, I'm a Homo sapien supremacist."
Based.
Check that out. That is
There's
kinda
only
weird.
one race, the human race.
Well, two races.
Be
No,
like a
the
there's,
Jewish
def-
race, and
there's
then
definitely races within the human race.
Oh,
That
then
sounds
why
like
is it called,
deconstruction.
why is it
Yeah.
called the human race then, Kirk?
Sounded like he was going
Checkmate,
to say
gay
American
theist.
race.
There's multiple
Oh, heck.
senses of the term race, right? There's a sense of species, which we're all the same species, but then there's also a sense of ethnicity, which of course there's different ethnicities.
Define
yeah, it
race.
just sounds like made up
Race
jargon.
is a family resemblance concept generally denoting the amount of melanin in someone's skin.
How did I miss that?
So are Australian Aborigines the same race as Africans?
Well, again, it's a family resemblance concept, so no, but there's not like a strict boundary like where you can say this is in or out of the category. It's more like these things tend to go together, but it's like a fuzzy category.
So I have a question. If they're different races, can I just make them cattle?
No,
Why not?
because that's unethical.
Why? I can make any other race cattle. Like if I go on and take a bunch of, I don't know, cow and put them in a barn and make them do whatever I want and then, delete them when I want to eat them.
Cows? Are you talking
Delete
about?
them
Are you
when
talking about
I want
different
to eat
races?
them.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about different races in the sense of ethnicity, or are you talking about different races in the sense of species? Because species, you can do whatever. I'm
Is
not a
there-
vegetarian or vegan.
Is there a difference between one and the other?
Yes,
What is the difference?
a species is a biological concept. Ethnicity is a concept that involves like melanin, but also certain cultural things. Like
So, what is the
they're different.
actual difference between my content of melanin and your content of melanin that makes my race different than yours?
well, we have the same race because we're both white.
That checks out.
Emmett probably has native in him.
Of me.
The crazy thing is you commented on his accent, so obviously you don't know his accent.
I know he's white because he I've seen pictures of Emmett. He's obviously white.
You think Emmett's white?
Yeah.
Kirk,
In between. I'm in between white and black.
Some would say, I wouldn't say this, but some would call him Latinx. I wouldn't personally say that, but some people might say that.
What the fuck?
well, see, the weird thing is like, so just to give two examples. So let's say, I don't know what's a really Mexican looking Mexican. I can't think of a name of one.
Mike Gardner?
Who?
Mike Gardner?
Okay, yeah. Let's compare your gardener to.
You wish you had that type of wealth, Kirk.
It's not your gardener, Kirk.
Your
Let's
Kirk's
compare
stepmom
you-
doesn't even have a gardener.
It's-
Okay, don't let him gaslight you.
It's not even a gardener. It's just a homeless dude outside your house.
Yeah, that's like picking berries and shit off the bushes.
Let's compare your homeless gardener to someone like Canelo Alvarez. Why is Canelo Alvarez considered the same race, even though
Who the
he's
fuck is
just as white
Canelo
as I am?
Alvarez?
He's a Mexican who is just as white as I am. But why is
Yeah,
his race different than mine?
Mexican
I just
isn't
don't
a
know.
race.
I don't know. I don't know who that person is. It's also not a race. It's a nationality. It's not even an ethnicity. It's a nationality.
Okay, fair enough. I guess what
Are
is
you talking about
ethnicity?
nationality, or are you talking about the amount of melanin? Because I'm not. If I see a white in quotation mark Mexican, and I see a white in quotation marks Norwegian, are they both white?
What? A white Mexican?
Uh huh.
Well, yeah. If they're a white person of Mexican nationality, then they're white by definition.
And what is the thing that actually ties them together as white?
Well, whiteness is defined generally by having low amount of melanin.
It means nothing. That's the point. It's completely irrelevant. I don't know why we even talk about
Well,
it. So
well, to be
dumb.
fair, between
The
those two
only
examples, they would have different ethnicities, correct?
yeah, they would have
Well, they
different
would have
ethnicities.
different nationalities. They
Well,
could
no,
have
I
different
said,
ethnicities.
well,
Even
one's a white Mexican and the other one's a white Norwegian. So by definition, wouldn't they be from different ethnicities?
Well, they'd be from
yeah.
different countries, but just because you're from a different country doesn't mean you're different ethnicities.
No, you are a
Well-
different ethnic group because you belong to a different people.
Like, for example, someone from Israel is ethnically Jewish, and so is Jacob, even though Jacob's not from Israel, and they're the same ethnicity.
No,
even
they're
though
not.
different countries.
So when you go to Morocco and you see the Jewish Moroccans and they're completely black, are they different ethnicity because one is white Jewish and the other is black Jewish?
Are Jewish
No,
Moroccans
they're both
black?
they're both
Yeah,
they're both
they are.
ethnically Jewish.
'Cause there are a lot
Why?
of white people in Morocco.
What's the ethnicity connection?
It's complicated, but anyway, well, how did we even get to this? Where are we going with this?
We're trying to figure out what race is.
So is
Kirk,
it
you
the
started
fact
this.
that they're Jewish, or is it the fact that matter that they have some melanin on their fucking skin?
It's not about what matters. It's just what the classification means.
Okay, so how much blood do you need to be able to go to heaven, Jewish guy?
You don't need any amount of blood of any type to go to heaven.
Are you telling me that people outside the tribe can go to heaven in accordance to Judaism?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, heaven is a different concept in Judaism from Christianity, but yeah, everyone has the possibility of having a share in the world to come, having a share in the Messianic era.
How are you gonna have the capacity to partake within God if you are unable to actually be part of Him in some kind of redemptive way?
You can be redeemed if you're not Jewish.
That's not the question. The question is how.
By performing what God commands of you, which are the 7 laws of Noah.
So when it comes to the laws of Noah, it would invoke the idea of the sacrifices, right, in the temple.
Yeah, when the temple is built.
If there is no temple and you can have sacrifices, that means that you're completely away from, because you cannot get any kind of redemption from the sin.
Well, when you're going to in the Messianic era, when we reincarnate, then we're going to offer the sacrifices to make up for it.
What tells you you're gonna reincarnate?
Well, that's a Kabbalistic doctrine that I believe in.
It's a Kabbalistic doctrine that you believe in, so the fact that you believe it makes it true.
Emmett, what's your argument here? Are you just
No, no.
asking me endless questions?
Answer that
I am
question.
asking you the idea behind what the belief system that you have when it comes to people going to heaven. In my view of the belief system, it comes from the sacrifice of Jesus Christ directly, which removed the need of the temple, not necessarily because there's not going to be more sacrifices, but because the one true sacrifice has been made and you can actually partake with the energies of God through the Eucharist. In this case, yes, everybody has it. It's open to everybody, for the Jew and from the Gentile, and it's open through the church. But in your case, you're telling me I believe something that will happen when I'm reborn. It's like, well, how do you know that's gonna happen? How do you get this idea of the Kabbalistic messianic moment in which everybody is gonna come back to life for some reason? How do you get there?
Because that's what's written in the Hebrew Bible is interpreted by the Zohar, and I believe the Hebrew Bible is revealed because the fact that the Jewish people have preserved the Hebrew Bible for so long in spite of persecution, I think is evidence that the Hebrew Bible must be
They
revealed.
actually did. They actually didn't. It's actually thanks to the Orthodox Church that any of those texts are preserved in any type of way. The Hebrews actually lost the mass majority of them and got them back from the Orthodox Christians. So by our grace, they actually have access to the older scrolls.
That's retarded.
That's retarded, yeah. And also, if you're having these issues with
Or
Kabbalah,
any evidence to support that
why
claim?
are you asking me
Oh,
about
hey, there-
Kabbalah when Confluence also believes in Kabbalah?
Fucking Stan, but the Hermetic Kabbalah, so not the Jewish Kabbalah.
Once again, when it come, if you're gonna be like, well, what about him? Once, I don't know if you listened to my debate, my last debate. I call him pretty much a heretic because he's a heterodox. Right? He's not actually following the idea of how you partake with the energies of God, which I explained a moment ago.
Yeah,
And I will
Confluence. I want you.
that.
I want you.
Okay, I have
want you
called
to
him out
explain-
on that more than once, but
You
it
want me
has
what?
nothing to do with
You want me-
how you know stuff.
I want you to explain how you're a Christian when you don't engage with God in the right way.
I think I engage with God in all the right ways, baby.
Sounds gay, but all right. God doesn't judge.
Might sound sexual, but you know that's the truest union if you think about it.
That literally was the creepiest way of saying it. You succeeded. Most creepy man alive.
Come on, Confluence, we got to team up. We can't let these Orthodox people not pray
Yeah,
for
these
us.
fucking Jew and two ortho bros. Are you kidding me? One of them, I don't even know if Elder Line's catechized or not. I don't even know. Are you guys both Orthodox inquirers, just like Kirk is like kicked out of fucking synagogues and shit?
No, I got kicked out of one synagogue, not synagogues.
I have never been.
That's
kicked
only
out of
that's only
church.
because you're a rabbi
Either way.
doesn't know who you really are, Kirk. Okay, if they
Either
did,
way, whether or not I
you'd
was
be done,
baptized
my
in the church
non-binary
wouldn't matter. I would
son.
not be representing it.
Kirk, are you
Well, if
back in your
non-binary, I
synagogue?
can't be your son by definition.
My
The
non-binary
son is a male
offspring.
term. Yeah.
Kirk, are you a member of Mankind?
Yes.
Are you part of the Mankind Project, Kirk? That's what I want to know.
Wait, what the fuck is a Mankind Project?
Oh God, that's a rabbit hole you should go down by yourself.
Yeah.
It's a group.
Surrounded by 80 naked men, but otherwise by yourself.
It's
Oh,
pretty
wait,
much
Kirk
like a
would love
Boy
that.
Scout.
Yeah,
I'm
Kirk,
not
you might
gay.
enjoy that too much.
Yeah. It's like
Neither's
adult
the
Boy
Mankind
Scouts, but it's gay.
It's not. Look, they hate. According to them, there's nothing gay about being all naked and having to, cross through 30 naked men on either side. There's nothing gay about
That's
that.
so fucking weird.
According to the
Well,
Mankind
that's so
Project,
fucking weird.
it's a team building
guess
exercise, Avery. Okay, it's a team building exercise.
A
thought
gay
Avery was
building
bisexual.
exercise.
I thought Avery was.
I am. Everyone just calls me gay. It's easier on them, apparently.
Well,
But, like,
Gavery
would
is
you be
easier
okay
to
with
say than
that?
bisexual-very, right? If you think about it.
Yeah, in
one doesn't
Wasfluence
rhyme.
is easier to say than Confluence.
No, it's not. It's literally extra.
Wasfluence.
It's extra
Wasfluence
letters.
is a lot better.
It's literally
It doesn't matter.
extra
It
letters.
rolls off the tongue better. It rolls off the tongue better. Wasfluence. I love it. It's great.
You are.
Bro is from
Why are you-
fucking Lebanon, by the way. Okay, he's literally a
not from
lesbian.
Lebanon,
He's a
You're just-
Lebanese.
You're just showing how you're a wasp-fluence.
You can't even
I
say
find
it today, Junior.
And you
I
can't
just, I
even
just
beat me in
find it
chess.
weird that you are gay and you're
I rip your
complaining.
balls off any day of the freaking week, Keelan. Name the freaking
Except
time.
for yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, you got me, Keelan. You got me one time. You got me one time.
You talk all this shit, Confluence.
5 times.
Hey, Keelan, what's the
5
score
times.
now? It's 5-1, right?
Keelan, I'll play you right now. I'll play you right now.
Do
Don't
it.
threaten me with a good
Do
time.
it. Do it. You'll lose again.
I got like
Are we
I
talking
got a
about
good-
chess again?
I got a good 30
Yeah,
minutes
we're talking
before
about chess.
my pizza arrives because I haven't. Well, in a sense I've eaten
Uber,
today, but in
didn't you
another
just
sense
eat
I
Taco
haven't.
Bell? Like what
yeah,
the fuck?
but then I didn't get the calories from the Taco Bell, so now I'm hungry again. Okay.
How did you not get the calories from the Taco Bell? Taco Bell's like fucking.
He
How?
threw it
What'd
up.
you get?
He threw it up.
What'd you get?
He threw it up. He said he
There's no
purged.
way.
He threw it up.
There's no way. Confluence, are you anorexic?
First of all, that'd be bulimic. You actual retard.
The reason he lost all these calories from Taco Bell was because he had to expend all this mental energy on reading Catcher in the Rye by J.D. fucking Salinger.
First of all,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I'm not even a mid
Okay.
J.D. Salinger fan. I've read the
Hold on.
other books by J.D. Salinger, the people that like no one fucking even knows about. That's how much I loved
Hold
Catcher in
on.
the Rye.
Cool kid, you'll appreciate Catcher in the Rye when you have your Come the Man story.
Okay, Kirk,
That's
you've
gonna
read
be
one
never.
thing by Kafka, and you tout him like he's the greatest. Like you don't even know fucking Kafka, and you act like he's the greatest because other people have told you he's good.
No, I've read The Metamorphosis and it's a good book.
Did you finish Catcher in the Rye, Kirk, or like how far into it are you?
No, I haven't finished it. I just started it.
There you go.
You just start. You fucking clown. You clown
Yeah.
ass. Insert slur
Yeah.
here. How
Yeah.
dare you?
I haven't liked what I read so far.
Fucking it's an easy read. You better fucking finish it. I swear you better finish it. Everyone tells me,
Oh,
Kirk
now
isn't
you're
lazy.
encouraging
You
me.
shouldn't call Kirk lazy. And then Kirk proves time and time again that he can't be arsed to do fucking anything. You better fucking finish Catcher in the Rye. Something a fucking
No,
13-year-old can read.
I started it and I might finish it, but now that you're pressuring me to finish it and it's such a crappy book, well, maybe I won't finish it. So fuck you, Confluence.
Listen, you're done. My non-binary
Rebel-
offspring.
Yeah,
You're
Confluence,
fucking
fuck
done.
you.
Hold up.
Rebel to
I'm back
authority.
now. Somebody called me retarded for what I said about the purge. Go ahead and explain to me how that's not true.
Oh, what? You just AI summaried it? It took you that long, Elder? That's crazy.
I had to install a lock on the door. So if you, want to
said-
make
you
up
said-
lies about me,
You said,
about
well,
that, we
you
can
just
do
you
that.
sound,
We can
you
lie
sounded,
about each other.
You just sounded so confident.
can
It
lie
took you
about
like
each other.
20 minutes to like come back with like a rebuttal. So I'm just
It didn't take me
curious. Like
20
you said it
minutes,
so
no,
confidently, you
what
know.
I
So
said,
I'm just
okay, that's
just
nice rhetoric.
curious.
You want to actually go through the argument?
I
You want me
wanna-
to screen share my entire browser? You want me to screen share my entire browser and search history right now? Is that what it's going to take for you to actually
Yeah,
engage?
yeah, because you're right. That
I mean, if he's willing to share his search history, I
that
mean, yeah,
famously
that's
can't be deleted, and there's also not
Yeah,
like
so there's
multiple
no-
browsers
there's
and multiple
no- there's no way to
profiles. So
convince
that
you
one,
of
you're
it.
right.
So you want to
exactly.
go through the argument? You want to go through the
it's-
argument?
You know
Oh,
when
good
people will
faith.
come up with fake ways to verify it, you know they're full
Let's
of shit,
go.
right? You know that. You know that, right?
Right. So when you try to tell me that I'm a liar and I try to give you examples and how I can prove that I'm not, and then you try to discount that, that's you being bad faith and not even being able to engage in the conversation. You want to engage with what I said, or do you want to just lie about me? Because that's drama bit shit. That's what that is. So you
I
want to
wanna-
engage with the comment? You want to engage with the conversation?
Are you
Even
asking
if
me
I
what
did
my-
summarize it in AI, would it be wrong? What if
Did
I had
you?
gathered information?
Fine
What if I
if you
gathered?
did.
No, I didn't. But if I gathered with information that I needed, even if I did that, and not even gave the actual argument from the AI, what would be the problem with that?
There would be no problem except for the fact that you would be lying and saying that you didn't do that. That would be my main problem.
I didn't do it. I didn't do that.
But if you did, it wouldn't
But
be a
if I
problem.
wanted to do, I would. But if I wanted to do it and I did it, it wouldn't be a problem.
If you
So
did
why
it,
would
would
I
you
lie about it?
if you did it, would you confess that you did it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. What is the thing that we're
Confluence, are you going to go through the fucking argument or aren't you?
No, I'm just trying to bust Elderline's balls right now.
Yeah, well, I take being called a liar very seriously. That's the only thing I actually do take very seriously.
How
He
still
just
you're a
challenged you to
liar,
a fucking
Elder?
duel, Confluence. This
How
is
still
a
think
duel.
you're a liar?
Make your
I'm just
fucking
trying to
argument. Make your
fucking-
fucking argument, so then he's gonna have a retort, and we're gonna go from there.
I feel like this
Yeah,
is a
I
lie.
think that I think it's crazy to say that the Orthodox Church is the only reason that we have like the Masoretic and Babylonian Hebrew text. I just don't think that's true.
The
100%.
translation and the translations that they have, no. But the entirety of the scriptures itself is a product of the true church, yes.
We don't. What,
And what years
do you-
were
what do you-
that?
I don't know what you mean by that, because like
Yeah.
I'm
What
talking
years?
like we don't have an extant
In my
copy
view-
of the autographs,
in my
obviously,
view-
right? So it's like when you
in
what do
my
you
view-
mean?
In my view and my understanding is from the moment that Moses started writing scripture, those are Orthodox scriptures. preserved or
Yeah.
given to the church.
Okay,
how
so
can
I
you
knew there was,
assume that?
I knew there was going to be some hand wavy thing here. So yeah, if you're already defining any from the point of Moses on, so even when the Jews are collecting their scriptures pre-Christ, you're saying that's the Orthodox Church, then yeah, congratulations.
They give it
You
divine
begged the
revelation of
fucking
Lord.
question.
Wait a second. Explain what he means. What it actually means, okay? I don't know if you know this, but there was a place in time where it was called the Kingdom of Israel, included Judea, Jerusalem and Judea, right? And when someone called Hadrian, very important emperor, he got really mad at those little tiny headers, and pretty much decided that area of the world, changed the name to Syria Palestina, burned the scriptures, killed every single one of the high priests and the people who were in power. And the only reason why any of those texts are preserved is because they went all around the world because of the Christians and how they were setting up the Orthodox Church.
That's just like not. That's just actually not correct. That's actually not correct.
Wait, are you gonna tell me that did not happen? That the persecution of the Jews?
No, that happened. But you're talking about things like the fucking Septuagint and stuff. You're talking about like the LXX. Like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the Masoretic and the Babylonian like source materials that have been transcribed. Like that's what I'm talking about. That's not, you can't put that on the Orthodox Church for saving that.
Yeah, they saved it. Do you know why the Jewish kingdom got repressed as they did and how it all started?
That doesn't sound like an answer to what I just said, but you can go ahead if you want.
Do you know how it started?
Do you know what the Septuagint even is, by the way? Just curious.
The collection of books from the first century that translated by the Greeks.
72 Jewish people. Yeah.
What's the LXX?
But there was a differentiate. It's a, I forgot what exactly it is, but
it's the same thing as the Septuagint. That was a pop quiz.
Same thing.
Just a different name for the same thing.
I thought you were talking about when exactly it was made and by who. I don't know exactly about that. I know that the Orthodox eat a translation of the Septuagint. So when you're talking about the LXX, I don't know.
I just really want to be sure.
Use the LXX, use the Orthodox translation.
That the Roman Empire did not actually completely almost annihilated the whole Jewish idea of the people and the scriptures and the temple and everything.
They did not. They did not completely annihilate the Babylonian and the Masoretic text. No, they didn't.
Well, didn't?
No,
almost did.
Confluence, stop mocking these people.
Well, it is interesting
Confluence,
because
keep mocking these people.
It is interesting because at the end of the day,
it's interesting that a bunch of people who call themselves Christians just need to defend a bunch of fucking radical retards that just tried to convince you all.
Yeah, stop gaslighting us, Confluence.
So nobody from the Western side
this would be a
did
good time
anything
to
to
pull
help.
out this would be a good time to pull out the AI and actually like fact check what I'm saying. Ask if the Babylonian and the Masoretic texts, if those were like, ask your. I haven't asked AI, but this would be a good time to actually fact check me if you wanted to and see if I'm right. Anyone in the chat can do that, by the way, too. The Babylonian and Masoretic text is the Eastern Orthodox the only reason why we still have access to those texts. Just ask that to any AI you
I think
want.
they're faulty translations, and I think they removed certain parts of the scripture to make it.
Palestine and the destruction of all
Do you
the kingdom.
think, or do you have proof, Elder?
No, I have proof because there's ancient texts that are older than those that have the idea of Mary being a virgin, and in the Masoretic that's removed and made vague.
And
What are you
what
talking
text are
about?
those? Where can I go look at these?
When I'm saying Babylonian, and I'm talking about the Tanakh. I'm not
But
talking about Mary.
The English versions are actually translated from both the Septuagint, so they try to correct it back to the original.
The English versions don't rely on the Septuagint.
My God,
I don't know what you're even saying. The English translations do not.
That everybody uses as the best version of the English translation uses both the Septuagint and the Masoretic, and they use the Septuagint to correct the Masoretic in some places.
Wait, okay, hold up. Wait, now I want to talk about that. You think the King James is the best English translation that we have?
That's the version that Protestants all use and say it's the most authoritative.
No, it's no,
No,
it's
we
not.
don't.
It is absolutely
at all.
not, brother.
Yes,
That's
it
like it is.
Yes, it is.
You're just completely wrong on this.
You're just lying.
No, I'm a
I
Protestant.
thought you don't like when people call you a liar.
Confluence
the
is
fun
a
thing about
liar.
me is you can actually just look up what I said. Do most Protestants
Okay.
rely on the King James version? No, they don't. There's like the
I'll-
certain Protestant people that are like
I
the
have a different
1611
way. Let's go
authorized
through
version
what
people.
I mean by Protestant. Let's go through what I mean by Protestant because maybe I've made a mistake here. Protestants I would define as reformists. Most
Yes,
people
that would be
think
good.
of Protestant, I don't think that. I think that most of the Christians that are in America right now are not reformists. They're evangelicals. They're
Well, it
completely
says
separate from
most
Protestant ideology.
Protestants do not use the King James version of the Bible.
Thank you.
Yeah,
They
you could
don't.
argue better NIV, maybe, but ESV
Yeah, exactly.
is what,
Yeah.
what real
Yeah.
Bible
If you're
readers
saying
use.
NIV, I would agree with you. I would agree. NIV, probably most Protestants use. I would think that's the most popular one. KJV is like that's like so. That's
But
like so.
it also
such a
says
niche cut for most
it is the
Protestants.
one that's
KJV
defined-
is
it is
one
the
of
one
the
that's
most
defined as the one that's
influential and
properly
recognizable
translated.
Protestant Bibles.
It is. It's like for historically,
What
is
do
it
they
the
define
most
as
famous? Yes. Is it the best English translation?
What do they
No.
define
The
as
most
Protestant?
the most Protestants think. No, we can take out evangelicals. You could just like add up Lutherans and Anglicans and Presbyterians and Baptists, and you could even take out the non-denoms and the evangelicals, and still you are not getting anywhere close to most Protestant denominations using the King James Bible and thinking it's the most authoritative. Like you can.
Yeah.
I don't think you can skew these numbers in a way that would possibly land with most Protestants, no matter how you define Protestant, as thinking that most of them use the King James Bible. I don't think you can do that.
I
So
still
the
think
Lutherans
Confluence is a
use
liar.
the New King James or the ESV, so they don't even use the NIV, like you said.
I said
no.
I said probably most Protestants use the NIV, and again, the New King James is not the same as the King James, right? And ESV,
Right,
yeah, that's a great
100%.
new modern
It's an
English
easier version.
translation.
It's easier to absorb. It's an easier to absorb version of the King James, the original. It's just modernized English.
So wait, so I want you to again explain, or you could back off the claim. I mean, I'm not trying to be like super hostile, but it's an absurd claim to think that
No,
most Protestants use.
what I make my claims and I define how the words operate within my framework.
Okay. So what
So
do you
I'm not
consider?
backing away from any claim.
Oh, great. Okay, so then you would say like the smatter I gave, like Anglicans, Lutherans, let's say Mennonites, all like Protestant denominations. That, let's say
Anglicans definitely.
I'm saying
Anglicans
all of them in
definitely use
total.
the New
All
King
of them in total. Do you think they use the King James Bible? Besides, we can even remove the evangelicals. Do you think that like most Protestant denominations rely on the KJV?
I think most reformists revolve around the idea of either the New King James or the or not just the New King James, but the King James translation.
Hey Isaac, how are you?
Maybe some of the modern ones now try to use the NIV or the ESV, but ultimately, I don't think that it's like authoritative as much.
Do you have any evidence to support this, though?
What do you mean authoritative?
What is your what is your evidence that I need to provide you, Avery, an atheist?
Because
who
all
knows
you're saying,
absolutely nothing about this?
I think. Confluence is proving you wrong.
Yes, I think. No,
what
it's not
can
proving
you-
me wrong. I think. What does I
can you
think mean in
show
the context
to
of the debate?
support your
No, hold
claim?
on. No. Shut up. What is the context of I think in
What
the
can you
debate
put
mean?
forward to support your
What
claim?
is the context of I think in a
What
context
can you
of a
put
debate
forward?
mean? What in the
can you put
context of a
forward?
debate does I think
What
it
can
mean?
you put
Answer
forward
the
to
question.
support
This is
your
a
claim?
simple question. It takes
Hey
2
guys, I'm gonna
seconds.
moderate
Answer.
this right quick.
Answer.
I'm gonna
I
moderate this
believe-
right quick.
I
The
think,
answer.
I
What is
believe,
I think?
believe it to be true.
It's a knowledge claim. Yes.
So can you put forth any evidence?
What evidence do you need?
What evidence did you find, or like what evidence do you have that like helped you come to this claim?
Because the Anglican Bible was made by the King of England for the Anglican Church, and it
Do you
was
think
made,
do you think the
translated as
Bi-
the New King James.
Do you think the
or the King
Bibles in
James.
Anglican churches or
And in the English
Episcopal?
world, that was the authoritative
We're
text
talking about
used within
now.
America.
Obviously,
about
in
the modern
obviously
sense, though,
in the
dude.
1700s, most people that were reading the Bible in English were reading the King James. No one's disagreeing with that. I'm saying, do you think if you go to an Anglican church now, they're handing out King
Wait.
James Bibles? Do
No, we
actually
can
think
just
that?
change
really
the
care.
platform, and it's gonna be
I don't
that
think they would really care, but I think it would be the authorities.
They don't. Well, okay, I'm telling you, they don't. The Methodists, I'm looking this up
They
now
might
just to
not
make sure
hand
I'm
out
not
the
right.
Bible. They might
The
think that it's
Baptists
okay,
don't, the
but their
Pentecostals
translations,
don't, the Reformed
their
Baptists
theology
don't,
is
the
built off the
Lutherans don't,
translation of the New
the
King
Methodists
James.
don't, the
Or the King James, I
Presbyterians
meant.
don't, the Anglicans don't, and the mainline, I don't even know that. I wouldn't even say that because I don't even know what that is. So all of the mainline
Yes,
ones
over the
don't.
course of time, Protestants have softened on their idea of what translation needs to be used because they don't actually care about the
Right,
scriptures. They only care
obviously.
about a
I guess
handful.
if you were
They
softening
only
your
care about a
claim,
handful of.
if you're softening your
No,
claim
I'm
in
not
the
softening my
in
claim.
the 1700s,
The
people read the Bible in
authoritative
English,
version
read the
of the
KJV,
scriptures that are
of
built off
course.
Reformed theology in America.
I'm a reformist.
Is built off of the King James.
I thought you were
understand why
I
this
thought you
is
were
such a
10
big
toes
problem.
down, Elder. Now you're completely
I
changing
am.
the claim.
He's 10 tones down. He
I'm
doesn't
not
change
changing
the claim at all.
He said
I've
that
not
most
changed anything.
Protestant. He said most
You just
Protestants.
didn't understand, and you didn't understand what I said,
You
and now you're
said
asserting
most
that.
Protestants use the King James Bible. They don't. That's what
Yes, as the
you're
authoritative.
wrong on that.
As the authoritative translation.
That's not true. That's just you're wrong. Like
It is
Let me
anyone,
see. Let me
anyone
see.
here,
Hold
anyone
on.
in the chat can look this up. Anyone can. You can look up what
You're talking about use and authority. You're talking about use and authority. These are the two. This is why you're confused about what I'm saying. Yeah, some Protestants use different translations of the Bible that they feel more comfortable with, that it's easier for them to absorb.
No, I'm
but
saying
it's
the
because they don't
Anglican
actually
Church. The Anglican Church does not prescribe the KJV. The Lutherans don't. The United Methodists don't. The Orthodox
All of their
Presbyterians don't. The
theology is
Reformed
built off
Baptists
of it. It is the
don't.
authoritative method. It is the authoritative
It's
translation
not.
that they use
According
to
to
build
the
off their
modern
theology.
Episcopal Church, it is not. So you're just wrong on that. You could say historically it
I'm
was.
not.
Of course it was. In the 1700s, of fucking course it
Why
was.
would
I would
care
never
if
deny
it's
that.
the historic translation that they build their entire theology on, that would be the most authoritative.
Okay, so but they don't consider it that way. So to be clear, most Protestants and most Protestant
No, this
denominations
layman
around
probably
now don't use the King
Because they
James
don't understand
Bible.
what they're talking about.
Okay, so you can disagree. So I'm glad you're conceding that most Protestants
I'm
and
not
most Protestant
conceding.
denominations
They don't. Yeah, most Protestants.
You're just saying they
don't
ought to.
use
You're saying they
the
ought to.
King
That's
James
fine. That's a
Bible.
different claim. If
If
you're
they
saying
want to
they
be
ought to,
consistent with the Reformists, if
I
they want to
can't
be
argue
consistent
with
with the
that.
Reformists and the authoritative translation, yeah.
First of all, the Reformists at the time of the Reformation, the KJV didn't fucking exist, right? It didn't come about till like 1611.
In America.
In America? Okay, bro.
Yes. This is America.
Let me. Do you know what? Do you know what the ESV actually does? What it does? It takes the most modern, ancient Greek text and updates the language based on how it was used. So they realize the original translations of words
terrible at it.
weren't accurate. So
Their
you're
intention
claiming.
doesn't matter to the effect of what actually it does, which
Well,
it
no,
does
it
make
does matter
everything
because of
more
the
inaccurate,
context
because
the words were originally
their
written in.
intention of trying to make it, and they make it what is it called, where they change they remove the term man and woman in some parts of it.
Can I ask
I don't
you a
know if that's
question?
the ESV or the NIV.
You have
It
no
might be.
idea about how Bible
Can I ask a
translation works, Elder. With
question?
all due respect, you have no idea. Yeah, go ahead, Gillen.
That's just
I
statement.
have.
That's not an argument.
I have the NASB. Is that okay?
Yeah, NASB is great. It's very word for word. It's very accurate. The problem with something like the King James is, of course, we didn't have access to a bunch of texts that we do now. So more
that's the
modern ones
problem.
are just better. We have more access to older texts. And that's no
Yes.
fault of the King James. It was made in 1611. So, of course, it's
Yep.
like they didn't have access to the most recent things. We have found the Dead Sea Scrolls. We have found a bunch of other freaking close, not the autographs, but like close to like old fucking texts. And so, yeah, we're updating with the oldest stuff. We use textual criticism. They didn't even understand textual criticism back in the day. Like our scholarship is better, our source material is better. It's not some softening. Now, of course, there are some translations that do soften stuff. I'm not going to deny that. Like, I don't like how the NIV translates certain things.
Yep.
So
me
there's always
either.
going to be issues that come up. But like, just something like the ESV or the NASB, which in my opinion are like probably like two of the best
Word
ones.
for word.
Second
Word
century.
for word.
Even textual.
What?
My Bible says that LeBron James will play until he's 60.
How exactly in the 11th century was anybody Christian?
What
It
do you
must
mean?
because the It must be because of the Orthodox.
Now we have critique, like textual critique. What did they do in the 11th century? They must have been really bad Christians, right?
No, I'm not.
In fact,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that if we're looking, obviously you do the best with what you have. You do the best with what you have, but when you have more original manuscripts, you're going to use those because that's more accurate to what the original authors would have wrote. So if you have, let's say, hold on, because I feel like you don't disagree with me. If something is, if let's say you're making English translation of the Book of James, and you're sitting there and all you have is like a 5th century manuscript of the Book of James. I'm going to keep talking because I think it's polite if you let me finish my point. If all you have is a 5th century copy of the Book of James, and then now let's say we've discovered a 2nd century copy, it would make sense that the 2nd century copy is probably more accurate than the 5th century copy because they're disconnected by 300 years. So we'd probably want to look at the oldest manuscript and like use that for us. I'm not saying that you can't be a good Christian without this, but I think it just makes sense.
Policy, but it has more to do with the way that you do it. So if you were a Christian in the 11th century, you were doing it wrong. Now you have
not what I said.
Didn't
Not what I
change
said.
the theology at all.
To do with the doctrine. Why are you saying that they don't? If you have now a better way, you have understanding.
Because it didn't change any of the none of the variants changed the doctrinal aspects.
What are you talking about? Absolutely,
It did not. No, it didn't.
I just looked up who made it. It's 100 evangelicals who just decided to try to make it word for word by their perception, their understanding of their theology.
Oh my lord! Stick to the Byzantine text, will you?
Again, yeah, you honestly, you have no
I will,
idea.
because they're
You have
trustworthy.
no idea how this stuff works. Like, and I'm not even trying to be mean. You just have no idea
I just
how this
explained to
works.
you. I just saw it. I just looked at it.
I know, and you don't understand how translation works. You don't understand how textual criticism works, and that's fine. What's not fine is you
make a
pretending that you
translation
do.
without giving a.
Once
Can
again,
you make a translation without getting an interpretation? Can you make a translation without getting an
Oracle Bros
interpretation?
Confluence. Keep mocking them.
Wait. Once again, in the 11th century, they didn't have, what is it, textual criticism?
Yes.
So how exactly did they have the correct interpretation?
You can get I feel like Brett already kind of explained this. Like most of these changes like have like absolutely no like doctrinal impact at all. Like it's just like a more accurate translation.
Wait. Why do you want a more accurate translation if it has no impact?
Because I want to know like if I want the closest text to like let's say the Gospel of Matthew that I could possibly get my hands on. If I could get the autographs, I would get the autographs. I can't do that, so instead, I'll take the oldest the historical thing that we have, right? Like I think that should take preference over something that let's say is from a copy of a copy of a copy from like the 11th century. Right, obviously something from the 2nd century is probably like a better thing to like look at. It's at least good to have that, and then you do textual criticism to compare manuscripts and see what's changed and what's not, and why it might have changed and all this stuff. Like there's a whole science to this, right?
Oh, it's all science to this. So when you're
there is. It's called textual criticism.
Yeah, the textual criticism. The textual criticism would change. For example, if you have the when it comes to doctrine of the saints, right? If you actually have saints in your church and you actually have icons, is that a change in the doctrine?
Well, show me where that is in your Bible too.
Oh, there it is. So there is a change in your doctrine. You're literally.
No, where is that in your Bible?
Yeah, we're talking about the Bible. We're not talking about about church doctrine. We're talking about what is the Bible? What did the Bible say? Can we get closest to the original?
What are you using to say that you are correct in changing the doctrine of the church?
Okay, you're trying to change this into like a sola
Where
scriptura
is
argument.
it in the Bible that added that?
It's just insane.
The text.
Like, just
right?
agree you're conceding the fucking argument instead of trying to change this into sola scriptura. We can talk about that, but then we're talking about something completely different.
You're using sola scriptura because you're actually changing the doctrine.
I'm not using sola scriptura. This textual criticism applies to like something like the fucking Odyssey, brother. It's not like a religious thing. It like this conversation can be completely dichotomized from like God in general, right? This applies to like any historical document that you're looking at that you don't have the autographs and you're trying to figure out what's like the truest like original version of what this document was, because for all these things, if it's past a certain age, we don't have any of the autographs of any of this stuff. We don't have a single fucking autograph of the actual Bible to my knowledge.
Nope.
Will you venerate the icon?
Would I what?
Will you venerate the icons?
Yeah, I'm not.
What about
I'm not an
icons?
iconoclast.
What about icons?
Question: will you venerate the icons?
No,
Yeah,
because it ain't in the Bible.
It depends. Well, yeah, I might give a different answer
do
because I'm
venerate
a bit of
icons.
a bit of a strange one. But yeah, it depends what you mean by venerate specifically. But yeah, I have no problem with, like, you know.
Doing all of the sudden, imagine that.
What?
Your mic keeps breaking up.
Yeah.
You're literally doing what you said you're not. You're changing the doctrine of the church based on the text.
I never said that. I'm not talking at all about the church doctrine. I'm not in this. We can talk about that now, but I want to note this is a conversational shift from what we're talking about, right? This textual criticism and Bible translation, right? That's a separate conversation from, like, the veneration of the icons, right? Like that's not related.
You said that it doesn't change the doctrine. I'm looking at the doctrine. It is being changed by using the supposed text, right?
Okay, so you're saying in the KJV it says to venerate icons, and then that's been removed in, let's say, the ESV. Is that your claim?
The KGB. Who exactly did the KGB and why?
The KJB? That would be Russia, I think.
The KGB.
You mean the evangelicals? And
I am telling you right now, Emmett, that nowhere in the Bible does it directly endorse venerating religious images.
And you're saying that you ought not follow you ought not follow the veneration of the icons because it's not in the Bible. So
That's
you're
right.
asking a harder question.
First of all, I'm not asking that.
I
You
am.
know? So stop asking a retarded question.
Well, he's asking a retarded question because he does venerate icons.
Who?
Oh, so it's a retarded question
You
because
do.
it doesn't align with your worldviews.
How do I? How
No,
do
it's
I
a retarded
venerate
question
icons?
because it contradicts him. Do you
No,
think
it
that the
doesn't.
cross is a good representation?
Yeah,
I
I know
don't
it's pivoting.
venerate
I think
the
I've
cross.
called that out enough. I'll allow the pivot, but yeah, I think this is an incredible pivot. But it's fine. We can move on.
I mean,
don't
I've already
kiss the
gotten
cross.
everything I wanted out of the Eucopolis. So, what did you say? Like, would you say that respecting and giving respect towards the cross as a representation of Christ's sacrifice, is that a good thing?
So is that your idea of venerating?
Yes.
Okay, but I don't kiss the cross.
You don't? Why not?
No, because I'm not a Catholic.
Okay. What's bad about kissing the cross?
Well, I guess if you're trying to do the comparison of don't you kiss your loved one's pictures and shit like that, then knock yourself out.
All right. So that was easy. Anyways.
What was easy?
That was just
Anyways
easy.
is not a word.
That is true.
You still have yet to show me in scripture where it explicitly
Why would I
states
need
to
to?
venerate icons.
Why would I need to?
Well,
Well, you would
because you
think-
guys are just
Yeah, if your whole argument was that stuff has been changed from the Bible, then you would think you'd be able to point to a translation. Like,
think
based
of
on
the-
based
I
on
think
you
of the
guys
Bible
talking about
like
this
this.
now, then yeah, I would kind of expect that there would be a translation you would point to, like the KJV, and then
The
that's
way-
been
the way that
removed
I
in,
think
like, the
about it is
modern
this.
stuff. Oh, my pizza might be here. I think.
The way, well, we already shown that it was like you did change stuff from even under the understanding of the totality and the holistic understanding of what Christians are. I think that the scriptures are just one part of a three-part system that's required to have any sort of coherent view in Christianity. As a
so as
Christian.
long as
That's
as
fair.
long
Yeah,
as
that's
the
a different
church
discussion, but
fathers-
that's fair.
So as long as the
this-
church fathers tells you everything that the Old Testament said about carved images, and
I'm getting
none of
church
that
itself.
matters.
When the fuck is this open panel starting?
It's not. We're on the open panel, Keelan. This is the open panel.
It's
not
never ended.
In about probably 30 minutes, because my food's here now. So yeah, in about 30 minutes. Gotta eat.
Anson wants to join.
8th and 9th century. 8th and 9th century. That's what we're relying on.
You could just
Yeah,
start it
I
up.
believe that Christ perfectly revealed to the apostles the correct understanding of what being a Christian is, and that it's been passed through that.
Yeah, so for 800 years,
And I don't think that
there was
you
no
arrogantly saying
evolution
that
in your
you can understand it
theology.
better than any of these people that were a part of that and had a direct connection to Christ. I don't believe that you could
Well,
even
which
make the
connection are
assertion
you
that
talking about? The saints you choose to pick and choose, and which fathers do
saints
you
to pick and
choose?
choose. Other saints we
Yeah.
don't know of. I mean, there's ones that we not know of, and saints
Yeah,
does not equal father.
but don't you
Saint does
see?
not equal
Okay,
church
father.
father.
Okay. Let's use father. So, don't you think that Protestants, Catholics, and Orthodox can cherry pick church fathers to say whatever they want them to say?
Yeah, then they do, and they also put their
That's exactly
modern
right.
understanding. Then they put their modern understanding of what their theological assertions are on the top of what the fathers say, instead of understanding the historical context of the church.
That sounds like that's what you guys did in the 8th century with icon veneration.
That's not an argument. It's not an
What are you
argument.
talking about? That's when it came to
So,
the
well,
head.
no, you. That's all you
That's when
said.
it came to the head.
When? Explain it to me.
What do you know about the iconoclast controversy? What do you
asked you a
know about
question.
it? I'm
You explain
answering
to
it.
me. This is your claim.
Oh, man. The theological defense of the iconic veneration developed during the iconoclast controversy in the 8th and 9th century.
There was a
Now, the church,
controversy. That was
different
little to
church
council.
fathers argued over this, which means not everybody was in agreement with icon veneration.
And by the grace of the Holy Spirit through the councils, it was made sure and kept and maintained.
Okay. Hence the schism, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of schisms. There's going to be a lot of people that think they're right. They're going to put their arrogance and their pride over what the church is providing them,
Well, I just kind of feel
which
like
is direct revelation from Christ.
I kind of feel like when I say logos, I mean the Holy Spirit that wrote the scriptures through the authors and preserved it over time. Now you
And
can
gave it to,
argue
it
that
gave the
no, we have
ability,
oral,
gave the ability for the church to maintain the correct doctrine.
but when the canon closes, that doesn't mean that we continue to open our mouth and spout more doctrine. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a preservation of the original doctrine.
No.
What's it on?
Oh my god.
He just left.
Is it a cheese
Religion,
pizza?
religion, chaos, religion, chaos. Let's
Do you
do
want
it.
me to
Let's
run it?
fucking do it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
it a
that.
cheese
Religion,
pizza?
chaos.
No, dude,
You want
we
me to?
screwed,
You want me to run it?
him. We screwed him last week on the JFK stuff.
He's probably already
it-
drunk.
Yeah.